Forgive me if I clear my throat a bunch. I am sick. Don't worry, soon the other two will be here. Um. Da-da-da. There. Oh my god, he saw a second of our conversation. Ah! How could you? Why did you look? God. Uh, hello. Welcome back to Table Talk, Discussion and Discourse. Excuse me. I, as always, am your host, Alejo, aka Great on 95. Soon to be joined by my two co-hosts. Soon. Lots of sickness going around. Hey Slay. Yeah, there's quite a bit, apparently. Um I've been pushing through it to go to work, and it's not been great. So, you know, is what it is at this point. It's not COVID though. I don't have that again, thankfully. I took one of those at-home tests, and I am all right in that regard. What I am is exhausted. I took a nap beforehand so that I would have some more energy, but I'm still extremely, extremely tired. So that's what's going on with me so far. I've been uh I've been just kind of getting through the days. Before this, the week before this, I was exhausted just in general. It just super dead. You know? You know those times where you're just fucking tired for no discernible reason. It's great. It's really fun. It's super great. I have a lot of good times with that. I promise. Excuse me. But um that's okay. That's all right. So, tonight we're just going to kind of hang out. Going to kind of just chat a bit, talk about some stuff that, you know, we're looking forward to, whether it be TTRPG stuff or whether it be game stuff, like video game stuff, I mean, or like movies or really anything, you know? Because I think that this beginning of year 4 is a good time to, start at a more chill, more calm point, um to then ramp up as we go throughout the year. It's interesting as well, kind of looking back and thinking about how many times we've taken breaks. We've taken like 20 breaks, 20 episodes that we've missed, I think it is. No. Yes. Cuz this is 136, and if we were like on schedule, I think once a week every week for the year, that's 52 if I'm right. So we should be at 156 after all the 3 years. So this should be 157, so we're actually a little bit off in that regard. But hey, maybe we'll make them up. Maybe we'll do a couple in between that are, I don't know. We'll see. Potentially there's a thought there, but it depends. Excuse me. Goodness. Again, apologies. I am sick. So my throat is not the best. I've prepared a set of questionable questions that might make you doubt yourself and what you're doing with your lives and this channel. I appreciate that, August. Thank you. Not worth running yourselves into the ground over. That's true. But I still feel bad every time we miss a week, you know? Because we missed, what, 2, 3 in a row? 2. Yeah, no? Yeah, something like that recently. And that never feels good. I didn't want it to be the way that it was, in the sense of missing out some stuff. But, it is what it is, you know? Excuse me. You can't fucking just power through when you literally just feel like passing out. Unfortunately. Well, I mean, you could, I guess, but... Yeah. So. Feel the digital distractions do mostly make up for it. That's good. Hopefully we can do a lot more of those. Hopefully we're gonna get to do one this weekend. We'll see how it goes. Because, Boo's been wanting to play Shadows Over Loathing, and I'm excited to watch him play it. And we figured it out. We figured out a way for it to work, so... hopefully this weekend we can do that. That'll be fun. I have some HP right now. Give me some, please, Lux. Please! I'm sick. Hey, Timothy. How's it going? The moment that those two, or one of those two, says that they're ready, I'm gonna flip open Discord and be like, hey! Say words. I promise. Aiden said that he's got to take care of, like, groceries and stuff when he gets home, so it'll be, like, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending. As is with the joke now. He makes, like, a 67-course meal, I think it is, whenever he gets home. So, you know. How is everybody tonight? Huh? I hope nobody else is sick. I hope everybody else is doing okay. I know, dude, okay. So, the whole, you know what, I'll talk about it a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. We're not gonna get too far into it, but, you know Wizards? Wizards of the Coast? That company? You might not have heard of them. Owned by Hasbro. Makes a little game. I don't know if you know it. It's a little underground called Dungeons and Dragons. It's crazy. That pesky adult stuff, dude. I know, right? Makes a little underground game called Dungeons and Dragons. Well, recently I saw that they have capitulated slightly. Going good. Sorry to hear you're sick. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Appreciate that though. I'm glad you're doing well. They capitulated in the sense that they aren't going to change the original OGL and such. They're backing off a little bit, but like, I mean, you know. Question the first. How are you? I'm sick. I'm doing okay though. I'm better than I was yesterday, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be better than that. You know. But yeah. So yeah, they capitulated a little bit, but I don't know. It's been discussed in the Discord. If you're in the Discord, of course. We've talked about it a little bit. Everybody's, you know, looked into the things that want to talk. And obviously it's a little, I mean, it's there. It's good, right? It's good that they've backed off, but it's a little too late, you know? It doesn't really mean too much, at least to me. Other than the fact that, oh, they realize that they did a bad thing, so they're trying to correct themselves. It's like, well, yeah, but you realize what you did before, and all the things that you were doing before really doesn't help with the trust thing. So just because you did the one okay thing doesn't mean that it takes away everything else that you did. So I'm still on the, I'm not gonna look at the fucking at Wizards for a while, you know? OGL gave no net ones a meltdown. That's true. Feel better. Drink plenty of NyQuil and hit the clubs to show off your moves on meds. I should. There's no clubs around here. I guess the only thing I've bought from them since 3.5 was the Ravenloft campaign setting. Yeah, since I have a few of their books for 5e, but then I also have, yeah, the Ravenloft one for 5e. That was like the most recent purchase, and that's like the only thing I'm gonna get from them forever. Forever? No, for a while, because Ravenloft is one of my favorite settings. So honestly, I can't help but see them pulling this stunt again when they release 6th edition and when they've got a plan against this when players push back. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, so it's always so. Here's the thing, right? The company is always going to want to make money. That's the primary goal, you know? So they're going to try to make the money as best they can. As easily as they can. Long time no see, guys. Hey, Durat's here. What's up? How's it going? It's been a while. Good to see you. But yeah, so Hasbro and Wizards are going to be making money any way they need to. Regardless of what Hasbro's doing, I don't give a shit. But with Wizards and D&D, they're absolutely going to continue to fucking they're absolutely going to continue to try to make money in that kind of way. Because, like, you saw the fucking Battle Pass thing that they want to put out or something. Like, there's going to be a lot of shit that they do that is just for the money there, and then they're going to get a lot of people just make them the money because they're going to engage with it, you know? The subscription virtual tabletop trap, yeah, that too. Playing Vampire Survivors with you guys in the background. Nice. Vampire Survivors is apparently very good. I've still never tried it, and it's not really something that I want to try. But I've seen it, and it looks neat. I like how the third parties are like, that's nice, Wizards of the Coast, but bye, Felicia. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. What's nice, really, is the fact that we're getting so many standalone TTRPGs. We've said it before, right? Cobalt Press, Pathfinder to a degree is already so, but like they're going to completely like divorce themselves from D&D, right? Paizo's not having physical copies of their books until April. It's so funny, dude. I know everybody wants it. They bought them out. It's great. I'm glad, right? Because like, just means that people really just want to play something else that is similar enough, but it's not the same, right? And that means that everybody's opening up to look at stuff, right? To look at more stuff. Excuse me. What I'm very happy about though is that as far as I'm aware, like Cobalt Press and all the others that have made like third-party content for D&D will still be able to sell that, right? And it won't be at a cut anymore, like they were offered, you know? It seems like everything's going to be as it is right now, which is good. So there's still that, but they've lost so many people. Not the third parties, D&D has lost so many people, which is hilarious. I've been trying to pin down how money works in my world. Money is hard. The economy is the economy in any setting is incredibly annoying to work with because like D&D is barely works. It's really annoying. They'll try to make money, but that VTT sounds like a gunblade, trying to be two things and sucking at both. Yeah. Found the whole LGL such a dumb thing to do, what with the D&D moving, Baldur's Gate 3 coming out very soon. Oh yeah, no, it was a horrible fucking move. Absolutely shit move from them. Like, I don't know why the fuck they even, like, who on their team, I mean, obviously it was higher ups, but like, who literally thought, yeah, this is what we should do. This will be fine. And even so, I'm probably never gonna buy Baldur's Gate 3. Like, I don't care, you know? I have Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2, which I haven't finished either. And Baldur's Gate 3 was so unfinished in early access, and they were literally, it took them like, what, a couple of years to add the barbarian class to it. Like, I don't care. I'm not gonna buy that game. It's not finished. And even when it comes out, I doubt it's I don't know. It just doesn't feel like something that I want to buy. It was the leaks that screwed them. They had the OGL 1.1 in official contracts. That's true, yeah. It was the leaks. But to be fair, I'm glad. I mean, somebody was, for something like that, you don't get leaks on things that are like just fine usually. No, that's not true. But regardless, I think you'll find that things get leaked when they are a bad thing more often than when they're a good thing. So I feel like it, I don't know. At the same time, it's like, why the fuck, you know? Just watched a Let's Play. I can promise you the EA, the early access of it is great with how much freedom of choice and tactics you can play around with. That's fair enough. Yeah. I might. I don't know. And like the thing about it is, right, that I don't know. It never sat right with me from the beginning, like the way that they did it, where it wasn't even a full story. Like the early access wasn't even a full story until they gave it the ending, I think. Wasn't that a thing? Where it didn't have all the content that it needed. Like it wasn't complete even in the story. Until later. I don't know, man. It's just the way that they released it. That it's one of those scummy early access things that I'm just like, I don't really want to do that. You get to play through most of the first act. There you go. Yeah. The plan was for the public to find out about the OGL on the 12th and have it go into effect on the 13th. Yeah, what an idea, you know? What an idea. Again, I'm glad it got leaked because fucking hell. Shit. But anyway, if other people like want to buy it and want to play Baldur's Gate 3, I have nothing against them. I just personally don't want to support it. It just doesn't seem like it. I don't know. Some early access games are like the full game, just with some minor defects or some things that they don't have in there yet that they want to add in, and it feels fine. But with that one, it was like, oh, the first act. And I'm like, well, that's, oh. And then it's like, oh, you can get like 4 classes. And I'm like, oh, okay. Huh. Weird. I just miss full games, you know? It's still that way. Only new thing you get to play is the new classes. Oh, well. Okay. But it still feels to me like if Nintendo decided they wanted to stop letting other companies make games for their consoles, just feels like a dumb idea. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Like they just completely destroy their relationship with every third party. I don't know. It's just silly. It's just silly. I don't know why they did it. I'm glad that they got it leaked so that we can actually understand what the fuck the higher ups really think about D&D, you know? And like all the people, it's unfortunate as well that like a bunch of people got laid off as well. Like that was a thing. Like 1,000 people got laid off. That fucking sucks, dude. Losing your job over this kind of shit. Ugh. Awful. But like the people who are like closer to the ground floor that just worked there and they had no idea until like the leaks happened. Ugh. Sucks for them too. 15%? Oh! That's even more. Is that 15% like people lost their jobs? Is that it? That fucking sucks. Yeah, I don't know. It's for some reason though, it all feels fitting. Mostly Hasbro. Okay. Mostly Hasbro. Even so, I'd still like I never when people just lose their jobs, it sucks. It just sucks. Unless they like super deserve it in the sense of like they're a horrible person in the sense of like what they've done with their business. Like they do shitty business practices that actually hurt people. Then I'm like, oh yeah, you should lose your job. But like other than that, it just sucks. From what I understand, I think the layoffs were coming either way because Hasbro's been on a downward spiral for a while. Okay. Well, regardless, that sucks. Toy sales are bombing. Well, that's the thing. Who the fuck wants toys anymore, you know? Who gets toys? I'm kidding. Oh, Aiden's here. Hang on. Hello.
Well,
Hello.
well,
Oh.
well.
Oh.
If,
Whoa.
well. If it isn't my good friend Gray Dawn.
Why'd you say it like that?
Gray Dawn.
Why'd you? There's no space. I don't. Also,
Uh,
what?
those are two words, though. Gray and
That
Dawn.
is true. Yes. Hello. Well, it was nice seeing you. I guess I'll
Yeah,
mosey
cool.
on. Um,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
a great podcast.
yeah. No, that was good.
Um, yeah, see you next week.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
How you doing?
If it isn't my good friend Gray Dawn.
Okay. Hello.
All
Everybody say
right.
hello. He's here. He's
You
finally here.
say hello or I'll ban you. YouTube is reminding me I'm a moderator on this channel.
Oh my god.
I'm letting the power go to my head.
Oh, it's already. Oh my god, it's already here.
Ugh.
um. Yeah,
How's everyone doing this evening?
yeah, we're all just kind of hanging out, talking about Hasbro and their toy sales are bombing, which is hilarious.
Oh, hilarious.
Yeah. Hello, Aiden. Oh, yeah.
Timothy Martin has secured their
Space.
position.
That's right. They were originally built around Toys R Us, and when they went out of business, it screwed them. Oh, that's true. And Hasbro, Pulse, their version of Kickstarter, has all but failed. They had a Kickstarter? What? That's crazy. Like a Kickstarter thing? That's weird. I don't know. That's the thing with like toy sales and stuff going down. It makes sense to me for some reason. I don't know why. It just like I don't. I mean, children still like toys, right? That's a thing. Am I old? But like, I don't know. The stuff nowadays, I feel like the toys and stuff. I haven't seen anything that I've been like, man, as a kid, I would really want that. Except for Legos, like
So,
every time.
so I have a theory on this.
Oh, give me.
And I was just informed about it.
Oh,
So forgive me if my theory seems a little half baked.
I'm ready.
Children do still enjoy toys, yes.
Oh.
However, we now have a new generation of adults
True.
who are still like kids at heart. And like, so say for instance, today I was at Target and I saw a toy for a Dragapult. And I was like, that would be a really good mini to just like keep in my apartment as like decor because I love Dragapult.
Sure,
And
yeah. Okay.
picked up the box and looked to see if it had a stand, and unfortunately it did not.
Yeah.
However, I believe that a lot of people are like adults are like, yeah, I like Kirby. I'll get this Kirby merch. However, I did find out on a particular a channel for a content creator. One of his subscribers subbed to him like on a stream and was like, "Hey, did you see the OGL? Like they walked it back," and both he and I had the same reaction of "too late."
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We were talking about it a little bit.
And he also informed me, or the stream, but like me personally.
Mm-hmm. You were there.
Yeah, exactly. He informed me, his personal friend. No, this isn't a parasocial relationship.
No, never.
That apparently Paizo like set out like, okay, here's our PF2E for like through November.
Yeah.
And it's already sold out. It sold out in I think a day.
Yeah, it's gonna come back in April that they get stock back in, which is like insane to me. I'm so happy for them, honestly.
Yeah.
My Star Wars game got canceled for the week, dude. That sucks. I'm sorry for you. Sounds like fun.
Oh. I thought you meant a video game.
No. Don't worry, they're making weekly
Yeah.
Star Wars video games now, yeah. They're like micro adventures. They cost like $10.
Yeah. The mouse comes to your house, kicks down your door, and says, "Give me a tenner."
Mm-hmm.
No, I just thought it just got a 1 week delay.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. No, they're on site. Yeah. The Kickstarter like thing. Sorry, I understood. I said it in a weird way. I would say that I'm a kid at heart. Me too. I legitimately have a wish list on Amazon for all of these like Godzilla figures that I've wanted since 2012. They're all there. They're all hundreds of dollars each because they're pretty good looking. And I'm like, I want those. They look great. I'm never going to get them. That's so much money. Oh my god. I'm already doing plastic crack. I can't do more. Please help me.
Yeah, that is the one thing that for the moment I'm grateful that the amount of money I earn is not like great.
Yeah.
Because if I got into Warhammer 40k, it would 100% be Imperial Knights. And I don't want to spend $1,000 per mini.
It's only 150. Come on.
It's easier to look at the mini and go, I don't need that when I don't have as much expendable income.
That's fair. Well, you only need like 4 of them. You're fine.
That's also true.
Like legitimately.
Nah, dude. 5,000 point games are nothing.
Oh. God. It would take so fucking long. I mean, not for a night, but like for the other side. Ugh. Jedi Survivor got delayed to late April. Did it? Okay. People liked the Jedi.
Is that also being made by Respawn?
I don't know, actually. Let's find out. Jedi Survivor. This is Respawn Entertainment. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Cool. People liked the first one, as far as I knew.
They loved the first one.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't look into it. I don't care.
Yeah, same.
But I mean, if it's a good game, it's a good game. You know, that's all I got. Godzilla is the best. Yes. All of the movies are not good. I will always say that I enjoy them because they are just not good movies, but they are awesome with their monster fights. That's all I care about for those. I will never say that they are. Well, I haven't watched them all, to be fair. But secondly, they're not like, I'm not gonna go, yeah, these are great movies. You know, they're not. We know they're bad. Boo and I are like, yeah, they're bad, but they're great. Sup, dog? I'm here. Hello, JR Sonic. I see you changed your channel name to Animate Things. Oh, nice. I wish they would release a Godzilla Mega Collection. Dude, I would pay for a Blu-ray copy of like ever. Like I have, if they release them in 4K, I would get them all immediately. Oh my god, 'cause I have a 4K player and a TV. So like all that quality, brother. Oh, nice. Then I get to see all the film grain on the 54 version. Yes, please.
4K film grain.
Yes. Speaking of dogs, do y'all have any? No.
I did.
I did as well.
I do not currently.
Yeah. I would have to say that I'm a kid at heart, though I'm mostly stuck in Nintendo space. That's fair. Super Mario RPG particularly. Hell yeah, that's a good choice.
As someone who is a slave and a whale to Pokemon, yes.
That's fair. Go on.
Sorry. Update on the Pokemon Unite thing.
Oh god, yeah, that's right. You bully children for a living now.
I do.
Go on.
I have put together a team of 5. Because like it is actually legitimately a fun game.
Oh, I'm sure.
So like I was talking to one of my friends from back east, and I was like, hey, request, you should get Pokemon Unite, it's free. And she was like, okay, sure, whatever, I'll download it tonight, we can play it tomorrow. And then her fiance saw us playing it.
Yeah.
So he's getting it.
Yeah.
And then the 3 of us bullied a mutual friend of ours into getting it.
Right, yeah.
And then while we were playing, a 5th person hopped into the call who happens to play the game already.
Yeah.
So now we go around bullying children.
There you go. Hey, good job. I'm sure you're having a great time.
Life finds a way.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's actually my roommate was playing, because we bought on my Switch Switch Sports, which it's a good time. Legitimately, it's it gives me back to those Wii Sports days a little bit, but now it's online, so you get to also bully children on occasion, because
I'm pretty sure I saw RT Games stream that.
Oh really? Okay. Yeah, no, it's actually legitimately it's fun. And plus the Switch Golf thing there is actually very exciting. I forgot that how much I like virtual golf and regular golf, to be fair, but it's extremely exciting every time, because we're like, here goes, get no, we're having a great time. It's good.
How's the bowling?
Bowling is pretty good. It's a little I have to do it more to really understand it again, just like I did with the Wii bowling, because with Wii bowling it was a science. You got it after you figured it out.
Yeah. Bowling, a mathematically perfect game.
Yes, exactly. And you can do that with this. It's just you need to. I need to feel it more, because it seems to be a little bit more sensitive. So yeah, but it is good. It is good. Did you watch Shin Godzilla? I haven't yet. No, that is on my list. I need to watch that.
I don't believe I have either. Let me double check it real quick.
That's the newest ish live action one, where he's got the different face and all the weird power.
Is that the one with Bryan Cranston?
No, that's Godzilla 2014. This is from 2019. It is the Japanese.
No, I have not.
Okay. The Shin Godzilla from 2019 was great. Yeah, this is what I hear. The 1945 Godzilla is amazing. That ending is a tearjerker to me. That's fair. Yeah, I like it a lot.
I am not a fan of his new face.
In Shin.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason for it and stuff that I already know about. So, but it's apparently more grounded or something. Well,
You know what he reminds me of? All right, so I'm specifically looking at this image. Hold on.
yeah, sure. I'll bring it up for them.
There you go.
Stream too.
I'm
Yeah,
specifically looking at that image.
Okay.
And it's the PVC statue for $722.99 if you're interested, Alejo.
It looks really good, and I hate that it looks so good. Go on.
Also, I'm going to do you a disservice and give you a link to the
I hate
page.
you. I hate you so much. Why do you gotta do this to me?
So I'm looking at at Shin Godzilla, and it looks like enemy from like Remnant from the Ashes.
Oh yeah, okay, a little bit.
Also, you got a tapeworm tail.
Oh, apparently it's the creator of Neon Genesis Evangelion who made the design.
Ooh.
So there you go. That's neat.
I like the rest of the body.
Mm-hmm.
The weird glow around the chest is a bit weird, but that's just because of atomic breath and whatever.
Yeah. All the radiation and stuff. Yep.
I love the throat.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of good choices for the design.
That throat evokes vibes of like, you know, those fish that have like multiple sets of mouths.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, it looks like something else actually, and I'm not gonna say that on a stream.
Okay.
Okay. I was gonna say I like the design, and now I'm like,
okay.
I like the body as a whole.
Yeah. It's cool.
The spines on the back.
Yeah. I know a few things about the movie, so I'm excited to watch it at some point and actually get more context. Because I just have these contextless like knowledge tidbits.
God, H.R. Geiger would have had a field day.
Oh yeah. Aiden, if you can collect enough vials of children's tears, there might be a dark fairy you could sell them to. That's true. That is true.
You know, I'm already selling them to Ray William Johnson. That is a very specific pull, and if you know, you know.
Like, wow. All right. Well, bullying children. Fuck yeah! I love scarring kids' childhoods. Woo!
Hey, you know what? I will not take criticism from anyone who has not had an arcade like as a formative experience. Okay.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
These children need to learn, and how will they learn if they are not taught?
That's true. You're right.
At the end of the day, that's what I think of myself as. Like, I encountered a level 4 Swinub, and I killed him as a level 4 Rowlet. Yeah. And then I killed him 6 times in a row over the next, 5 minutes. And I realized...
Yeah.
I realized at the very end, I was like, wow, I'm level 12. He's level 4. What level was he at the beginning? And he was level 4. So
okay.
However, in fairness to me,
to you, of course,
there does come a certain point where not leveling up is your own fault, because there are very safe creeps to farm.
Yeah.
And he did not use those.
Because he's a child and he doesn't know.
Because he's a child! And fuck them kids!
That's right, there you go. Wii Sports Golf is hard as shit. So many YouTubers lost their voice over the years. Dude, Wii Sports Golf was way less responsive than bowling or anything else. Like, it didn't ever feel like it worked well. The Switch one does. I'll give you that much. It feels like it's like way more precise, except for the putting. The putting still is weird. You have to kind of but like they let you take practice swings before you actually commit, which is good. On another video game note, I wanted to start playing Nier Automata, but my PS4 controller keeps pressing up by itself, and I haven't figured out how to fix it. Ooh, that sucks. I hate it when controllers do that. I had one do that for a little while. I don't remember what it is or what it was. But I had one do that for a while, and then I just got a new controller because I was like, fuck it. I want to play Nier at some point. The Nier series, really, because it's interesting. I think they were going for realism with the look. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be something more realistic, quote unquote. You know? Joke's on you, I did have! I assume that's to the arcade experience.
In which case, feel free to criticize, just know that you cannot legally stop me.
How can you learn if Scorpion never cuts you in half? That's true. Once you watch Shin Godzilla, there's some good deep dive videos that explain him, and it's crazy. Okay, cool. All right, I'm out. See y'all later. See ya, JR.
So yeah, the skinniness of the arms is like not quite bothering me, but every time I look at a picture of Shin Godzilla, my eyes find his arms because they look wrong.
Sure. My Machoke that never got to be a Machamp kicked the Elite Four's ass over and over as a kid. Yeah, so you know, you're good. Yeah. You don't need him to be fully evolved to work it out. It's fine. Speaking of, like, movies and games and stuff, I keep remembering, because it was talked about a little bit before, I keep remembering that D&D movie is going to be coming soon. When the fuck is that supposed to release? Now? Because they delayed it?
Alejo.
Yeah.
Here is something else for you.
God damn it, stop.
This one I actually really like.
What's this one?
Hold on, let me get an image for you that you can
put up. No, I got you. Okay. That one's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll bring that up. You going blah, 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 blah. Also, it's not letting me save it. Stop. Okay, there we go. That one. There we go. And if I go over here, I go over here.
Boy looks like me last time I had food poisoning.
Look at this guy. Look at him having a big old barf. He's having a bad time. Alright. Yeah, when is this coming? No, that's the 2000. Honor Among Thieves is what it's called. That's right. Why? Why is it called that? March 31st. Holy shit. Okay. That got delayed a lot. It's set to premiere on March 10th at South by Southwest, and then released the 31st by Paramount Pictures. Okay. End of March. Okay. Yeah. Weird. Dude, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. We'll see how that goes. I believe it's
I think it does not look bad.
I haven't actually looked at any of the trailers. That was one thing that I wanted to do tonight, was actually look at the trailers. Just to see. Because, honestly, I don't look at trailers unless I don't care. And I don't really care about this, but I will see it. So I do want to see the trailers at least. Although, trailers don't tell you much of anything anymore. Unless they give the whole movie away, or they lie to you.
Yeah, it's very binary.
Yeah. Well, so some of them just lie to you straight up. That's what Marvel was doing for a while. They were just lying to you in trailers to get you hyped. Um. So I believe that Shin was going to evolve more and more into a godlike yet mindless being, from what I remember some deep dives say. Oh, cool. I guarantee the Warcraft movie was better than the D&D movie will be. So I don't know. I I couldn't tell you for the first part because I haven't watched the Warcraft movie, and the second part because I don't know anything about what the D&D movie is going to be like. So, um, looks like they wanted to make Dragon Heist into a movie. Oh, see that? No, I'm not think. Am I thinking of the right one? Dragon Heist. Hold on. D&D Dragon Heist. Whoop, not human. Heist. Thank you. Yeah, no, I am. Waterdeep Dragon Heist. So, I have this little thing about Waterdeep, the module, where I feel like it doesn't know what it, like, I don't know what era this is supposed to be anymore. Because, it has, like, a submarine, and it has, like, you know, all the magic stuff and such, and the big city and such. So, like, D&D feels like it's less of a, it feels like a weirdly modern fantasy now in a lot of cases. At least in that module. So, I don't know. It's just strange to me. Like, I got nothing against if that's what you want your setting to be, but it just feels strange to me is all. Let's look at some D&D trailers. Yeah, we can in a little bit. If they did not stop Shin Godzilla when they did, he would have kept splitting apart more and more until his offspring took over. Okay. Again, haven't seen the movie, so cool. It has been years since it came out, so forgive me. I just haven't seen it. Well, the movie is very much set in Forgotten Realms / in / around Waterdeep. It doesn't surprise me, because again, that's like the most modern feeling place that it could be in the Forgotten Realms.
Because again, I'm not too surprised that it takes place in the Forgotten Realms. Like, that kind of tracks, to be honest.
Well, yeah, no, I figured it would. I'm just saying, like, Waterdeep specifically, it makes sense enough, because then you can have your whimsical magical stuff, and then you can have enough stuff that's, like, more modern that they can do some, like, not as, I guess technologically advanced stuff is also a thing that you could do anyway, but like in this one it feels like it's or in Waterdeep it feels like it fits more because they don't give a shit. Like, you can have technology be really good in there, and I don't know why.
I will be honest though, I was at the movies recently.
Oh.
And I saw a trailer for the D&D movie, and they had a Displacer Beast in it that looks
neat.
really good.
Okay. That's cool. I saw Shin Godzilla not too long ago myself. Oh, nice. I saw one trailer, and I think it looks like it's just trying to be a Marvel movie dressed up as D&D. I mean, so yeah,
I got that vibe.
Let's be absolutely fair. Everything that tries to be like a Marvel movie is trying to be successful, because everybody eats the fuck up out of Marvel movies. Doesn't matter what the quality is. Everybody will say that it's good for like a week, and that's all that matters, and then no one remembers it or cares to talk about it. And it's just the next thing. Get ready for the next thing. Everybody likes the next thing. What's the next thing going to be? Who's going to be in the next thing?
Be excited for new product.
Exactly. So, which is, again, if that's how you want to consume the media, that's fine. I just want to be entertained. That's fine. Absolutely fine. I find the surface level entertainment to be extremely boring. That's all, right? Like, I could absolutely find the surface level entertainment to be stimulating enough, but then I'm sorry, but I can't not think about it afterwards, because I like to have, I don't know, I don't like to waste my time, right? And then if I start thinking about it and then go, well, wait a second, why did that happen? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't work at all in the universe. They haven't, but they already had these why did they break?
No. Don't think about it.
Right, exactly. So like, and so I'm punished because I have a thought, right? Which doesn't feel like something should happen with any piece of media at all. Any of them. I feel like it should be there so that you could enjoy it as a surface level thing. If you don't want to dive at all, you're totally fine. And then if you do, you have even a stray thought, then it's like it should reward you at least. I think. That way it appeals to the broadest possible. Consistency. Big thing that you need to have, I think. And that's not what they have in Marvel anymore. So anyway.
Yeah. This has been belabored enough.
I don't think enough, but
by not just you.
Yeah. I don't think enough, but regardless. D&D CU. Honestly, if it turns into a franchise itself, like whatever, you know, they're just doing what every single studio has been trying to do since Marvel started and was successful in doing their cinematic universe. Every single studio wants that because it creates that investment where people just want to go and fucking watch all these because they're all in the same universe and they want to see everything that's like connected and stuff, right? They want to see these characters interact. I mean, that's what the Marvel thing is supposed to be, right? You want to see these characters cross over like they did in the comic books. But like with the Dungeons and Dragons one, it's like, oh, what's the adventure going to be? Are these heroes going to meet up with each other? You know, it seems like it could be something that does
what will be the name of the tavern that we meet in?
Yeah, exactly, right? Could be anything. Are they going to meet up in a prison gang? Is that because they're thieves or something? They're going to be outlaws that join together and become heroes? Like Guardians of the Galaxy? Oh my god, wait a minute, we already did that! Good movie, Guardians.
I never cared for that franchise.
Oh, they're really good. But that's okay. The Marvel movies are fine, but they stopped using my favorites, Ghost Rider and Deadpool. Yeah. That's because the mouse took over.
Mm.
The Mario movie is still the one I care about. Nice. I forgot that it existed, I'll be honest. I haven't seen a trailer in forever, so I completely forgot it existed until you said it. Driss group could be the Avengers of Forgotten Realms. It's true. They could have named characters that have been in the stories and stuff that show up and recruit everybody. I think a few of the characters are Harpers. Their badge shows up here and there in the trailers. That's cool. Yeah, the Harpers are a recognizable group. And it makes sense then that they're in Waterdeep because it has every group in it, I believe. Representatives of every group. Alright, you know what? Let's fucking do it. Let's watch some trailers. Fuck it. Why not? I'll open up the watch together. We'll find them. We'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is going to be a tricky thing. So everybody, I'm going to have to do some stuff to, like, make it so that it's barely visible. And I'm going to have to make it so that it doesn't, so that the YouTube bots don't go, you're just watching and restreaming a trailer. Because they'll do that.
Oh, I mean, essentially, that is what we are doing.
Well, so, yeah, but we're not just doing that. We're also going to be speculating and commenting on it. It is a transformative thing that we are doing. Not...
hold on. I need to go on Scott Garabay's channel because...
Why?
I forgot that he... What? Why would you do that? Stop it.
Yeah.
Get some help.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why?
Alright, because when I opened up the watch together, I saw that he, like, was covering HTML.
Oh, that's so loud.
And I was like, oh, dude, I need to know what he thinks about the recent, like, updates.
Oh, apparently he's not happy. and so and
shocker.
He's becoming more like unfun, which is unfortunate.
Transcending the platform.
Yeah. Yeah. So honestly, we're just I don't think we're gonna cover any of his newer stuff anytime soon. It's just not fun. Why did it?
Oh! There's a video that takes place outside his vehicle.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, hold on. Was it just a thumbnail bait?
It probably was.
It was just a thumbnail bait. God damn it.
Ah, it's so loud. Okay. God. Okay.
Oh, do you see not Black Widow?
Oh my god. Yeah.
The tiefling?
Oh my god. Wait, that's supposed to be a tiefling?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can see her little horns.
Oh, I do. Okay. Hold on, everybody. I gotta also, I gotta put, like, the logo, but, like, at some opacity, just to make this work. Hang on.
Alright. Calling it now, generic white male is a human fighter. Wait, no, actually, he looks more like a bard.
You think Chris Pine's gonna be a human fighter? Jeez. Probably.
Actually, though, he's not in armor. He's, like, he looks more like a bard.
Okay. Potentially. Alright.
This is, I think, the trailer that I saw in the theaters.
Gotcha. This is the first trailer. There's 2 trailers, apparently, so...
No.
Let me...
It literally just goes to show you how much research I've done into the movie.
Right, same. Hold on, everybody, hold on. I have to figure out how to make this different opacity in here, and if I can't, I'll be upset. Oh, effect filters? Maybe this will work. Nope. Oh, God. Hold on, everybody. This is going to be a process. This is the second time we've covered a trailer in the show. If you remember, back in the day, the second episode, I think it was, we covered the Stranger Things trailer a little bit.
Oh,
yeah, okay. We're going back to our roots in year 4. Wow. Okay, let's see. Add color correction filter, set opacity. Okay. So, filters, color correction, opacity. There we go. All right, we're going to have it at like a 65% opacity. No, 60% opacity. There we go. All right, so you guys aren't going to see it too well, but if you want to go see the thing itself, go for it. It's a trailer out there.
Won't just uploading a watermark over the front of it just be immediately defeated? Because at least my coworker was telling me of a video that they uploaded. They tried that at first and it immediately failed.
Well, so we should be okay. And even if they try to make a claim on it, I can still counterclaim with it being
transformative.
Yeah, so we should be all right. And besides, we're gonna pause every now and then just to comment on stuff anyway, so should be okay. Should be okay. And it's not just a watermark; it's the full fucking screen that I've covered in like a red plus the logo and everything. It's annoying to look at. So anyway, this is only 2 minutes. Okay, not too bad. Here we go. And I'm also gonna turn the sound down a lot from our end, over here. So before I do this, SpongeBob game was pretty cool. I saw a game movie of it. Nice. Which new SpongeBob game was it? Is it the Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated? because I was playing that. It's okay. I know the DCU is getting completely restarted now, as it should. As it should. The Batman was really, like, pretty good, though. Like, it's got issues, but it is really, like, an enjoyable time, regardless. All his thumbnails are outside his vehicles. Not all of them. As for the bard,
most of them are inside his vehicles.
the thumbnail?
Yeah.
Eh. As for the bard has some new videos out that look good. For what? Oh, just in general? That's good. Holy shit, a D&D movie? What is this? Huh. Should I turn evil this year and start posting the worst takes I can come up with? I mean, you can if you want. I'm not gonna stop you. Cosmic Shake SpongeBob? What? Never heard of that. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Oh, there it was for like a second. Okay, wow. It just okay.
That dragon breath was it was throwing up dirt.
Yeah, that hold on. Can I make this go slower? Yes. 2.25 speed. Oh yeah. All right. So that's a Displacer Beast.
Displacer Beast looks good.
I mean, it looks fine. Again, YouTube compression is going to fuck with it, but looks okay. Yeah, it looks like a panther with tentacles, as it should.
Which is just what a Displacer Beast is.
Yeah, that's good. I guess I could, but my ego won't allow it. That's good. Okay.
I have no idea what that item is supposed to be.
We have a helm of some sort that is going to be casting a power. Wow. It does like a telekinetic force wave. Very cool. I have no idea. If somebody knows what that item is supposed to be, let me know. Because I have no idea. Anyway, Chris Pine. Wow. Okay, I don't know what that was supposed to be with the teleporting through the ground into a room. Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be anything. Maybe something like
that they just made up.
Yeah,
maybe. D&D what? Is this just some dude's homebrew turned into a movie? Yes. So yeah, that looks to be not like an elemental breath, though it is, you know, because it's kicking up dirt, but it's...
Well, it's like someone homebrewed a rock dragon.
Yeah. Although,
which
brown dragons
fine.
And stuff do exist. Like, those are things. Like different...
I've never seen them in any
They were
PHB.
in 4E.
Oh, that's why.
Yep. There's a lot of them that were from 4E that just have been forgotten. Alright, we're gonna put it back to 1x. Fireball. Oh.
Here's the thing. We're a team of thieves.
Just...
Oh, look at that.
Here's the thing. We're a team of thieves. Oh, okay. Oh, alright.
God,
that's a brass dragon right there, I think. As a statue? Or copper or something? Hold on.
I'm not familiar enough with how the dragons actually look.
I can hold up. Cuz I recognize the frills.
That
is a brass. No, that's not brass.
I thought the ones that had the frills were the gold dragon.
No.
Because they also had like the long, almost like whiskers. But I don't see whiskers on that one.
No, I don't think that's... I think... Hold on. I know I've seen this. Why can't I think of what it is? Just go metallic dragons. Yeah, that's
big fan.
I know, I am. Maybe it is. No. What is that? Which one is that one? Why is that called Rusty the Dragon? What? That's not right. That's not what that is. That's bronze. No, that's not bronze. What the fuck? Anyway, I don't care anymore. It's one of the metallics.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, one
that's
day.
bronze. No, that's not bronze. That's silver. No, that's not silver.
That's not silver. That's not. But it's very distinct, those frills. That's why it seemed like it was easier for me. But maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just bad. Black Dragon, and that is acid. Oh, from the beginning part? The Black Dragon with the acid? Well, yeah, but the acid kind of doesn't... Maybe it does. Maybe it's just
acid doesn't look like acid, though.
Like, yeah.
It looks like it... Well, it could be spraying, like, chunks of acid,
yeah, that's the thing. I don't know.
Like globs.
We'd have to have more than, like, a 2-second fucking view of it, you know?
Oh, even a 2-second view would be nice. We got, like...
It was
a
quite
solid,
brief.
like, 3/4 of a second.
Yeah.
Thieves. And when you do this, you're bound to make enemies.
Dwarves?
No. Maybe. That's something. That's a magic item is kept inside of a thing inside of a mountain. What is that in the back? Is that an orc?
Only bad thieves make enemies.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Sometimes those enemies come looking for revenge.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's a black dragon, and it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is. It's
Yeah. That looks a lot.
gloops.
That looks very goopy. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
That's acid. You good?
I'm totally okay with this now.
Yeah. It's just the shot in the beginning that was the 2 seconds that was not part of the trailer apparently. Which I just do the trailer, please. Fucking hell. But also, okay, so this black dragon is fighting some army. Neat. Blew up something with its acid. Oh no, okay, that was a catapult. Or a trebuchet.
Wait, they have a trebuchet explode?
That's what I'm wondering, right? So that's...
it's firing explosives.
Well, so...
Like...
Okay, yeah, there's the trebuchet. But it explodes because of that.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's not...
We call that a Game of Thrones special. You know, all the mechanical and like engine sorry, how to
the combustion.
All the engines and hydraulics.
Yeah.
In trebuchet.
Okay. I mean, did it hit? Did the acid set itself aflame? I don't.
Truth be told, we helped the wrong person steal the wrong thing.
Okay.
Ooh, a MacGuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, you always love to see it.
A good old MacGuff. Yeah, I think Chris Pine's supposed to be a part of the Harpers. Is that what that symbol is? I'm pretty sure.
Didn't mean to unleash the greatest evil the world has ever known.
Oh, Vecna. Oh! That was Vecna.
Was it?
That was like the PHB illustration of Vecna.
Is it? Let me see. PHB.
Sorry, Monsters Manual.
Vecna D&D.
Like, if you...
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm looking.
Actually, no, that's, I think, hold on, I think that's just the Lich. Hold on, let me get you a page from the PHP.
Sure. Yeah, because Vecna has, a lot more heraldry and stuff. Or at least, golden things on his body, it looks like.
I'm pretty sure that's the art of a Lich.
Okay. Red Wizards of Fae? Ooh. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, that would make sense, actually. But this is some undead one. We want the Devils and Dice movie.
Look at the Lich on page 202 of the monster.
I'll just, yeah. Lich. Yes, that is absolutely straight up Lich from in the book. You're right. Hold on. I'll get it for you guys as a comparison. That is a straight up fucking classic 5e Lich. Right there. Hold on. There you go, everybody. That's what he looks like. And I'll take away the little thing in a second here so you can see him. Look at him. Now look at the picture. Now look at him. He's got a little bit more of a cape there. But I think that's
a little bit of a more high-backed neck.
Yeah. When catapults run out of HP, they explode. Anyone who's played Warcraft knows that. That's true. You're right. But yeah, okay. All right, that's supposed to be Lich.
Oh, details you may have missed in the Honor Among Thieves trailer. A mix of creatures, Forgotten Realms locations, character and classes.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay. I think it's Zaz Tom. Zaz Tom. Is that a famous Lich? I assume. Yep, that's my Lich boy. Yeah. Okay. I mean, they stole a thing. They helped unlock Lich. Uh-oh. Bad.
A generic white protagonist is holding a not. It looks too thin to be a lute.
Huh?
But regardless, the theory about him being a bard, he's carrying an instrument on his shoulder.
Oh, okay. Sure. He more or less rules / built Fae as it is now. Oh, okay. So he was the okay. So then they bring back him as a Lich, I guess, is the theory. Okay. Ah, I see. In the poster kind of thing. I see. Let me open this up. Let me get this for you guys.
I do like the look of the owlbear.
Hold on.
Like looking through a site.
Just looking at stills, basically.
Yeah.
There you go.
Open tab.
He's been a Lich a long time, more likely freed since he's supposedly imprisoned. Ah, gotcha. Oh yeah, it's a over. Is that in this trailer? We'll see it.
I don't know.
Either way, it'll be either in this trailer or the next trailer.
Alright, did you put the watermark back up?
Yeah, it is.
Sick.
But we're gonna fix it.
So how do we pull that off? Figure it out over a drink?
Probably best.
Oh, that's what is her name? She's the one who's in all the Fast and Furious movies as well.
I do not know. I've never seen any of those movies.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. Family. Hold on. D&D Honor Among Thieves cast. Yeah. I need to, what's her name? Michelle Rodriguez. Yeah, she was also in Aliens. She was in she's in a lot of things. She was in fucking the Resident Evil movies. Fucking man. I just noticed.
Whoever pointed out that most of his thumbnails are outside of his vehicle is totally correct.
That was Lux. Has been a literal. Oh right. Is this movie Lord of the Rings running time wise? I hope fucking not. I give Lord of the Rings the time. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Garibay, for all of the things I would comment about his channel, let it never be said that his thumbnails don't have a certain chaotic energy about them.
He reuses them a lot, if you look through.
Dungeons and Dragons is a fence. What is it holding back? Who says it's a fence?
He does.
Oh, okay.
To give us a fighting chance, we're gonna need strength. You got this, right?
I know you don't.
So she's a barbarian,
barbarian.
right? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's immediately.
Literally.
Because, like, every single time she's in a movie, she's always the badass, kind of, like, rough and tough
Okay.
person. So it doesn't surprise me at all that they cast her as the barbarian. Doesn't at all. I assume...
Either that or a fighter with really high strength.
Yeah, but even, like, I don't think...
Don't get me wrong, I think barbarian too.
Yeah, because, like, even if you look at that poster that you gave me, even, like, she's straight up just a barbarian. That's just it.
I mean, yeah, she's holding a big flaming axe. Yeah, she does look kind of angry in that.
She's looking angry, and she's not wearing, like, a lot... Like, she's wearing hide, you know? Like, she's not wearing actual armor. Not like Mr. Man in the back with the sword.
So we've got a barbarian, a fighter,
yeah,
a wizard, a druid,
yeah,
and what looks to be a sorcerer holding the staff.
Maybe. Who's the like who's that supposed to be in the back? That the lady, dead lady.
The villain, I think.
But okay.
The villain's right hand, the one that will hold the MacGuffin at least during one tense scene.
Right, and then maybe we'll defect and go on their side. Maybe.
Also, like, I see that dragon, that black dragon, right?
Mm.
Why does it give me such Diablos vibes?
I don't know. Just the coloring, maybe.
Do you not no, like, it's the row of teeth
along
the
I
very
see.
front.
The horns and stuff.
The two big prominent horns.
I see it now. More like bard, barbarian, paladin, druid, and wizard or sorcerer. Paladin? I mean, I guess maybe since it's glowing sword.
Gold.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Interesting. So paladin's a thief.
Yeah, which I'm good with. That's fine with me. I like that idea. Maybe he's the one who's like, no, we gotta, like, you guys fucked up. I'm here to make sure that you don't fuck it up again. You know?
Oh yeah, no, of course he's a paladin. I'm just
he's
looking over at the trailer right now. And see he's wearing plate armor.
It's true. I mean, black dragons always look that way since they have more skull than head. A more skull-like head. Yeah. It's just that it looks like the Diablos from Monster Hunter. She won't detect. Her face is painted. That means evil to the end. She won't defect. I see. Yeah, maybe.
We also need courage.
Yeah, no, he's... Wait, whoa. You see that little tiny knife come out of that sword?
I did. You know,
he threw his sword and it became a tiny knife.
We may go back, actually.
Courage.
It reminds me of...
Got a tiny knife.
Okay.
It's the hilt of the sword, but the whole thing came off.
Yeah, so I find this scene problematic for two reasons.
Yes.
The first of which is throwing a sword like this.
Yeah.
It would have no momentum.
Not really, no.
Next to no ability to aim it.
Yep.
Be the most telegraphed and easily blockable thing.
Yeah.
What's he doing with his left arm?
Guarding?
Oh, that's a stretch on guarding.
I don't know what he's supposed to be doing with it, I'll be honest.
No, he swung it up when he swung his right arm.
I know.
As if the two were connected by an invisible string.
I know.
Additionally, and we get to my second problem.
Mm-hmm.
there's a scene in Netflix's Castlevania series
Okay.
where there are some priests from a local church that are all they're badmen, and they have Trevor was I think his name
Yes,
in
Trevor
an
Belmont.
alley.
Yep.
And he says, "Now that's interesting. What would a priest be doing with a thieves' knife?"
Yeah, true. I remember that. Good pull. It's magic. I mean, sure. It doesn't mean we can't comment on it. Besides, tell me you've never had a D&D party who hasn't wanted that. Yeah, but we're not talking about a D&D party. You know? Why didn't he just throw the pommel? Yeah, I don't know. Because there's a tiny knife there. He needs a tiny knife.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I find this to be almost Kirkhammery in a way. And the thing about the Kirkhammer is it's impossible, but it's fucking cool. So we just like don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that you have ostensibly a button on the handle of your weapon that just unlatches
Dislocates.
your entire sword.
Yeah.
Seems very disadvantageous.
I assume it's not like that. I assume it's like a command word that you have to do or something, or just it's part of how it works or something, right? Because it's a magic item, you know. Do whatever you want with it, I guess.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It is cool.
It's a neat thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is his dagger out of line with the path his sword is taking?
Yes, absolutely yes. I was going to talk about that. If you look at how the sword is flying, that is not the angle of which that dagger is pointing.
Okay. No, hold on. I need to see it again.
Yeah, go for it.
Because he may have since shifted his dagger a little bit.
It is true. Let's go slow-mo. Let's go slow-mo.
Please.
Hold on. Let me give you a 0.25 here. There you go.
All right, you go ahead and click it. Okay, no, it was in line.
It was in line. Okay, that's fine. It just you know, you saw that the force of it made it a wobbly knife for a second.
Yeah. Bit of follow through.
Yeah. So it's fine. I guess Wolfgar in Drizz's group has an enchanted hammer that he throws. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You can have things that you can throw. This is just the whole blade that is part of the sword is thrown instead of the whole thing and the pommel together. It's the guard plus the blade, not the entire thing. It's just a strange thing, that's all.
Yeah. Also Lux, like this is literally a shot of like, let's look at this scene that they have put forth to be looked at by the community. This isn't like me looking at him throwing this sword and being like, oh, it's a bad movie.
No, yeah. I mean, I see lots of what was it before? Black dragons become Dracoliches the most, right? I mean, I see a lot of Dracoliches that like black dragons, that's why I ask. I don't know.
Black dragons become Dracoliches,
okay.
I believe, yes.
There you go.
It's either black or green, but I'm pretty sure it's black.
Yeah, I don't think greens do that. Was it a ballistic sword? Who knows?
What is a ballistic sword?
Let's find out.
It's a ballistic knife, which I already knew of.
I assume it's like a ballistic knife, but like bigger. That's I assume what they mean. Like it would have
that would have hella
literally
recoil.
like a ballistic knife, but a sword. There you go. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking
magic. And you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait. You can't do that. You can't.
What?
You can't turn into an owlbear as a druid.
Oh, yeah, no. So that was a big thing on Reddit actually when this trailer first dropped.
Yeah.
And my opinion then is the same as it is now. There is no, like, how to put. If we think about it from a biological standpoint, right?
Okay.
There is no real clear-cut definition of what even a species is.
Okay.
And as such, trying to pretend that the line of creature and monster is clear-cut and defined is stupid. Like,
Okay.
Speaking personally, if I were DMing a game and I had an appropriately high-level druid who was like, I want to turn into an owlbear, I would for sure hand wave that, and I see a lot of DMs not having issue with that.
Sure. I just look at it's classified as a monstrosity. So it's not on the list of things that you can become. Plus challenge rating is an aspect that you have to go by, which I think no, you could still get to that with 3.
Yeah,
I think.
It's owlbear CR.
Which
Pretty sure it's a 3.
Sure, yeah, which means that we're at least a level 9 party. So, you know.
Yeah, challenge rating 3.
Yep. So we're at least a level 9 party for this this movie, I guess. But I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, like owlbears are cool and all. I get it. Like you can do whatever you want with your game, but for me, I think considering that the way that they're formed isn't necessarily supposed to be something natural, it doesn't seem to me that it works as something that is something a druid could become, because it isn't, like, lore-wise as well, it's just not how an owlbear was formed. It's not a creation from the natural
lore
world.
That they were unnaturally created?
Yes. Oh. If you look into it, it's, I think wizards experimented on shit and were like, hey, look at this! I think, something like that. But I remember it being specifically, it wasn't like a natural thing. The gods did not create it. Thing is, you need to see this group of thieves as a D&D party with their manners and habits, which is why the movie appeals to me. Okay, so that's fine. So I'm just looking at it as a movie. I am also looking at it as it has D&D elements, right? Regardless of what it is, and at the end of the day, I want to see how it compares to both elements. Like, I'm glad it appeals to you. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I hope you like it, you know? That's all I care for you then. But at the same time, I analyze these things, right? So I'm not gonna, like, just have it appeal to me because it is a D&D movie, you know? That's just not how I do things.
Yeah, also, like, I don't feel like I'm dogpiling your comment, but thing is, you need to see this group of thieves as a D&D party.
Yeah.
I don't think that... I don't think it was... Well, I don't think we ever weren't seeing them as a D&D party.
No, I don't think so either. But I'm glad, again, I'm not saying, like, don't do that. No, that's fine. Like, it's just...
Yeah.
I am. I can also analyze and break down the movie, you know, because it is also a movie. Hey, Pizza Funk, how's it going? Probably would have to be fairly high level for action movie stuff. Yeah, this is probably... Yeah, I would have to say that we're probably past 10th. Potentially.
Given also the fact that... So, if I were a DM, I would be balancing that Paladin sword as also having a ranged attack.
Yeah.
And making a weapon that also, like, has... Like, giving your Paladin range, I would assume they're a fairly decent level, too.
Yeah. I heard that for things to count as the same species, they have to mate, and then the offspring have to mate, like how lions and tigers are not the same species, despite the fact tigers exist.
That is actually you have now touched on one of my fascinations about biology. That is known as, I believe it's the recreational concept of a species. I don't think recreational was, maybe his progeny concept. Either way, it's the key word there was concept of a species, because if that were the case, then bacteria would not count as species because they asexually reproduce.
That's true.
Are all bacteria one species?
That's right.
There are no clear-cut lines that hold true in every single case as to what actually is a species. Don't get me wrong. Oh fuck! I'm going to look that up. Species of viable offspring. The biological species concept. So yeah, there is no clear-cut definitions as there are no concepts for what a species is that holds true in every regard.
Yep.
And because of that, it's like what we call things species just because they help to like clarify for us. But there is no set rules in nature.
And it's like if artificial life becomes a thing, like we would call it a species as well. We wouldn't call them all the same species probably, if there was more than one type, right? But like, it's the same kind of idea where it's like, oh, just because they can't reproduce the same way doesn't mean they're not a species, I guess, you know? But it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, because they would technically be able to make more of themselves,
but not.
It would just be a form of asexual reproduction.
Yep. So it wouldn't. So by that definition, it wouldn't be considered a species. But since we don't accept that as the way that it works in general, they're still.
Lux actually asks a great idea. Do half-elves have to be infertile now? Now that is the extension that a lot of people on Reddit ask. And that is honestly why I like the idea of or have grown more comfortable with, or not even comfortable, but what's the term? Like it begins with an AM. Not ameliorate. But
amicable.
Like, kind of like business terms. Like, oh, your business terms are blank.
Acceptable.
Yeah, I guess I've grown to see it as a more viable option, I guess. Amenable. Yes. I've grown more amenable to seeing like elves and humans and orcs and stuff are technically the same species.
Oh yeah,
but they're all just different. Like, what was the term? Heritages.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel that way for that too. It's like the cross of having a half elf be half elf, half like orc. Like that seems absolutely fine to me. Like all that kind of stuff.
I am a big fan of throwing half one race and half another. Like I think just half elves are boring. Like my world is sprinkled with half halfling, half gnome. Those are called quarterlings.
Yeah.
There was half fire ganassi, half water ganassi once. There was a half gnome, half Goliath.
Yeah.
And literally just looked like a normal person.
Yeah. Quick idea, how about the filmmakers just host a D&D game with the actors playing their characters? I would watch that. I think they did a publicity thing where they played D&D together. I think that was a thing. Like the cast did.
I
wouldn't watch
still
that. I don't care.
I still maintain interest in. There was like a D&D post or something about the Muppets playing. Or sorry, it was a Tumblr post about the Muppets playing D&D.
See, that I would watch.
And seeing
I love the Muppets.
Seeing like The Rock, and he opens his mouth and it just is lip synced to the sound of Miss Piggy, who's playing that character.
Yes.
Like Miss Piggy's playing a barbarian. Like
yes.
I want that so much.
That would be so fucking great.
I want to see a bard and he opens his mouth and Danny DeVito's voice comes out.
Yes. I guess modern humans have some Neanderthal DNA in us. That's true. Are vampires a species? Like D&D vampires, not masquerade vampires? Like D&D mine are, that I have in my world. Yeah. They are their own.
Technically, given how it spreads, it is an affliction. However,
it's a disease.
given that the disease itself has mutagenic effects.
Yeah.
You could make the case that it's making. Well, okay. So viruses, right?
Yeah.
When viruses infect bacteria, there are some viruses that change the DNA of the bacteria such that instead of just making a bunch of copies of the virus and then lysing, it instead continually makes new copies of the virus.
Yeah.
And one would then say, like, you don't look at the bacteria making viruses and go, yes, that's a virus. You say, no, that's a sick bacterium.
Yeah.
As such, looking at how vampires spread, you would look at a vampire and say, that's not a vampire, that is a sick orc.
Yeah, true.
And as such, I would posit that there is no race of true... Unless if you have a race of true vampires, there is no vampirism as, like, a species concept.
What would you say to the way that I had mine created, then?
The way that yours were created, I would say the first, like, that first one is a true vampire. Actually, the first ones, I guess, that were made by the magic are all essentially first generation.
Yes.
Those would be true vampires. However, like, they're essentially just doing the equivalent of spreading magical herpes around.
True. That's true. Okay. Vampires. 5e vampires are undead, more of a magical disease. Yep. Is undead a species group? Undead in general? I think that, no, like, going by what we've talked about so far, I would probably say technically no. Technically.
Yeah, one could say that instead of a species or even a phylum, I would put it as an order.
There you go. If we want to be scientific about it. Otherwise,
science is how I understand the world, so it's how I understand fantasy.
Exactly. So, like, yeah. But if you don't give a shit, then do whatever you want. You know? I would say the vampires in my world are true vampires. Cool. If I remember right, I think vampires were a race in the Legacy of Kain setting. Yeah.
I would not say I'm familiar enough with that setting.
I don't know it much, so I can't comment too much, but I hear good things about Legacy of Kain. Anyway, this all spawned from an owlbear. Let's continue.
What is that again? It's an owlbear.
Thank you. You know what? That's for the people out there who've never seen D&D at all, ever. And then it's just like, huh? That's your audience stand-in right there.
Yeah. Also, very Marvel-esque humor.
Yeah. Well, everything's got to be quippy.
Like, that feels like we need a 2.3 laughs per minute quota.
Yeah. Everything's got to be quippy because everybody likes quips. Oh, there you go. That's the dragon.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
Was that Shadar Kai?
I was wondering because that seems in the Shadowfell, or at least just the coloring. Now, bear on a horse. What the fuck?
Where they were appears more like the Underdark.
Oh, maybe.
So
Hold on.
that was maybe a take on Drow, but like
Potentially.
it looks like a Shadar Kai.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
Hold on. If we rewind just a bit more,
Okay.
we see that they're like
they're
surrounded by rock.
Yeah,
and they're
true.
ostensibly underground. And then they also are creeping along a cliff face that's all rock.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're in the Underdark.
Yeah.
But when we see that,
that guy looks more.
I have also linked a photo of a Shadar Kai.
Yeah. Hang on. This photo might be bad. Are you sure? Yes.
Oh.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's just how Discord does it. It's like, you're about to open a thing and another thing. Be careful. Okay. Hold on. This is taking far more time than I thought it would. But then again, what did I really expect? So that's the Shadar Kai, the elves of the Shadowfell. As compared to this guy.
His ears do appear to be slightly
I don't know. Yeah,
so
it seems
I have a theory.
Okay.
That this is essentially a half elf, but it's drow.
Potentially, sure. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard to tell, right? Because drow have a certain style. And a certain, because this isn't even spiderweave, right? Spiderweave is...
no, because I'm looking at the tattoos and I'm like, you'd figure you'd see something about Lolth.
It might just be generic bad guy thing, right? Might be cult of whatever it is, you know? Drow are dark skin, no way they would make them look that way even half. That's what I'm saying. That's what we're going for here. That's why we're saying the Shadar Kai.
It's just a white-faced drow.
Yeah. I'm thinking a cultist warlock. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I'm thinking it's just like a cultist guy.
That is either a hexblade that he's got, or he's just cast the spell Green Flame Blade,
which is a warlock spell.
Oh, is it? I thought it was wizard.
I think also...
I thought it was only wizards.
I think wizards can also do it, but it
was... Of course wizards can also do it. Hold on. Green Flame Blade, you brandish the weapon. Duration, evocation, cantrip.
Artificer, sorcerer, warlock, wizard.
Yeah. Alright.
Like, but I see it used a lot more on warlocks, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because it's a good fucking cantrip. So yeah. Yeah, and there are several of them that are just kind of there. But this, wait,
hold on.
Wait,
I missed that because I was still tabbed.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So this is the thing. There's several of them. They seem to all be fighting this one guy. They're obviously sitting on the sidelines. They all seem to have
the same tattoos.
Yeah, they also have the same. So I assume this is cultists, right? At this point, because they're all
cultists or slaves.
Potentially, yeah. Well, they have power though.
Drow do a lot of slavery.
They do, but these guys have power enough to like.
Also, not me
magic.
Realizing that the Drew are essentially just the Dark Eldar.
Yes, you've just you didn't just right. Of course.
Like Slanesh and Lolth.
Yeah.
Big slavery aesthetic.
Yeah.
Studded leather aesthetic.
Yeah. Man, I'm surprised. You did. Yes, I'm glad for you. I think they're trying to
Did I latch onto something, or is this like all old news that people have known for a while?
I'm pretty sure this is old. At least for me, this is old as shit. Yeah.
Okay.
I figured that they had very similar aesthetics and such. It's okay. It's all right.
The last horse crosses the finish line.
They're trying to match the looks the best they can, at least. Yeah, I think so. But like, it's one of those things where you just kind of try to see what's going on. That's all. And like, if you look at this,
I'm glad he's on our side.
and then we have, you know, your quip, obviously. Okay, I guess they're also, so considering they were also fighting in that fiery place, wherever that's supposed to be as well, that means that they're not relegated to just the Underdark. And I think that you would see the cultists aspect coming into play in a lot more locations, especially since they also share the same look as the girl in the poster who seems to be the evil one in the back.
Undead girl,
yeah, so I think it's all cultist stuff. They're not gonna
that.
do, yeah, they're not gonna do Drow, I don't think.
Wait, hold on. I need. Ooh, nice mimic.
Oh.
I need to see again what they're blocking with the shield.
That's a fireball. It could be a firebolt.
It could just be a very flavored magic missile.
It could be. Okay. Don't, if it's a fireball, they've done a fucky wucky. But it could be a lot of other things, yeah?
Do you remember in Stranger Things Season 1, Episode 1, rolling a fireball is based on AC instead of an AoE?
I do remember that. It was wrong
and
then.
I'm not going to jump down the throat of the fact that shield apparently counters fireball. But I will say I expected better off of a D&D branded thing.
So again, I'll give them this. It might be just a fire spell that isn't necessarily fireball.
That does look like a very small explosion radius to be a fireball.
It does, right? Exactly. Now, is that just because... Now, the thing is, when the actual movie comes out and that scene plays, if that scene plays, because again, could be lying to me, if that scene plays and the fiery explosion bursts out all over the place, could be, if they gave it a minute beforehand of a ritual spell of the Leomund's tiny hut, could be that he spent his spell slot to do a Leomund's tiny hut for a minute beforehand, just in preparation. Also, could be that the fire is alchemical. Yes.
Could be that the fire is alchemical.
Yes. There are many options here. I will not give them an immediate...
I will, regarding the alchemical fire theory, let's take a look at the fire as it falls.
Absolutely. Doesn't look like...
It does not, but in fairness, let us bring it down to the 0.25 times
T. Alright, yeah.
There's something at the core of that fire.
Yeah.
Like...
Oh wow, that's all you get, really.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay, you brought it back, I said.
Okay. So there is something at the core of that fire. It looks like a barrel of gasoline.
Right, yeah. So it very much could just be...
Also, looking specifically at where the fire, like, connects with the shield, you see there's, like, a little core area where the fire is darker.
Yes, yep.
That would tell me that that's not a magical fireball, but rather accelerate.
Yeah.
So
that's probably some flaming thing that has been thrown at them.
Yes.
Probably. So, ergo, it could, but again, the shield only affects one person, right? So, if this is a Leomund's that was put up in a minute beforehand, now are there other spells that could do this potentially? Let me do some investigation.
Yeah. Theoretically, depending on your DM's leeway, if Wall of Force could.
Sure. Potentially.
The only problem though is no DM's going to allow a Wall of Force to be a drop shield.
No. Could be a globe of invulnerability. That is potentially a thing. Hold on.
What? And
hold on. On vulnerability. Let me
globe of invulnerability. Please give me a spell level.
I will tell you the spell level of that. It is 6th level spell.
Okay.
Possible.
Also, really quick, the person throwing out the globe of invulnerability is the same person who's wearing the circlet that had psychic pulses.
Yeah, that's the wizard or sorcerer person.
So theoretically, it could just be linked to the item.
Also true. It could be the item itself because it uses like shockwave thing that they ruled that it could counter it. Yeah, I like how we're potentially talking about it as if it were a DM ruling this.
I'm not saying I'm not judging this DM.
I mean, what do we have to go on, Just burning pitch, maybe.
Hey, you know what? At least this isn't as bad as the DM who made Thoughts and Prayers.
That's true. That is true.
Also, I'm looking at this Coliseum and it's giving Elden Ring vibes.
Well, it's just generic fantasy Coliseum, that's all.
Yeah, it is. But man, I should go back and play Elden Ring.
Sure. Lots of trailers make even good movies look weird. Yeah, that's true. I played enough Stronghold to know about burning pitch tar, basically. Yeah. Alright. Let's see.
This one's dangerous.
Mimic.
But whatever happens.
Cool. Alright, I like the movie.
Oh, and they jump into a gelatinous cube. Okay, sure. Why not?
So, okay. They are volunteering themselves to jump into a gelatinous cube
instead of
they can dodge.
A displacer beast.
Yeah, dude, they are jumping out of the frying pan into the fire.
Yeah, absolutely. That's way worse. I don't know why you would do that, but go on.
Also, it doesn't protect you from attacks.
No, no, it does not. Okay, so yeah, that's evil lady.
Oh.
What is that? That's like a thing. I like that.
That dragon
might not be a dragon.
That dragon looks like vor art.
Okay. Sure.
Am I wrong? No?
A fat red dragon? No, I mean, I guess not. That's what you look at on your spare time. I mean, that's what you look at.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I like him. He's a little fat guy. I like him. Doing a little
I kind of want a little plushie.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I wouldn't buy it, but it'd be cool. Look at him.
We'll be ready.
Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, jump over him, I guess.
exactly that you bring to this?
I'm a planner. I make plans.
You've already made the plan, so
If the existing plan fails, I make a new plan.
you make plans that fail.
No,
He also plays the lute.
Quips!
not really.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's a bard. Yeah. Alright. Maybe we should just let the Tarrasque swallow us up. No, we shouldn't. Yeah, it doesn't make me go, I want to watch that movie, you know? It just kind of is there. But then again, nothing really, unless it's some premise that I really care to look at, makes me do that, so really it can't be too bad.
I think the problem inherent to all D&D media,
mm-hmm.
and even, at least speaking personally, like, even Critical Role falls into this trap of, it's really tempting to go, oh, it's media I like of a hobby I enjoy.
Yes, yep.
However, the entire hobby as a whole is about making stories.
Yes.
So when I see there's a new Spider-Man movie, I go, oh man, I want to know what the story of this is.
Yes.
But when, like, I already, like, have D&D that is already supplying me with stories in my life, the temptation diminishes.
Yeah, I think so too. Because, like, I rather enjoy the ones that I'm making right now with, like, both our game for Devils and Dice, as well as the one that I'm running on my Saturday game, which has just been a good time just to, you know, have a lot of role play and stuff going on where we're just making this story based off of whatever these characters are going to be doing. And, like, the experience is really what matters, not the fact that it is just D&D, the story, you know?
Yeah, like, I understand that, like, oh man, I want to know what the story is just as valid in Spider-Man as it is in D&D, so maybe it's just me being weird. But, like...
So, I think that the key difference for those two things is for Spider-Man...
It feels like I already have D&D story.
Sure. Well, I think for Spider-Man, what you get are the comic books, right? You don't get to create that story. Even in, like, the video games and stuff, those are things that Spider-Man is doing. With D&D, you are an active participant in creating that story, in making decisions and such, and that is something that's, like, different and more, I guess, involved than could be depicted in somebody else's story being played out in front of you, you know? And so, like...
Yeah, you relegate yourself to not being able to affect anything.
Yeah, exactly. Which is totally fine, and, like, that's nothing against the D&D movie itself, right? Because what are you gonna do? It's a movie, right? Like, you can't have it be you could have it be an interactive movie like they did with, like, the Netflix thing that they did that one time that I forget what it is. But at the same time, that's just like a choose your own adventure kind of thing, right? It's like one of those books where you flip to the page and then you flip to the next page that continues the story and, you know, do all that kind of stuff. But it's not the same as, like, playing D&D with your friends and, like, looking at what Melgor, the barbarian, who is actually, like, really hoping to actually learn magic someday, like what he's doing, like, trying to talk to his friends there in the party of, like, so you do magic, like, all the time, please could you, like, help me figure out how to do this, you know? And, like, his pitfalls and stuff that happen because of that and because of the dice rolls and stuff, right?
Give me, like, 1 second, I'll be right back.
Yeah. I think there's just that's the difference. That's the element. It kind of makes me sad they use generic trailer music, like out of all the fantasy inspired music, like from Blind Guardian, Halloween, or just in general, they chose this. Oh yeah, it's because Marvel. Yeah, as Lux said, it is because Marvel. You should always make contingency plans. Yes, you should. Pathfinder has some modules that feel pretty important to the setting. Yeah, fair enough. That's the thing. Modules and stuff like that, those are more prone to being a part of the world's story of that, particular setting. Like all the Baldur's Gate stuff and all of that. The Waterdeep one itself, like those are stories that happen in the world. Though I guess for the D&D ones, they do feel like just a story that happened in the world, and they don't feel like they affect the world as a whole. I haven't looked into the Pathfinder modules themselves, so I don't have much to say on how they are world affecting, quote unquote. But I remember hearing about some that seemed a little bit more like the one that like was supposed to be where you freed and abolished slavery, I think it was, in a certain town. That was something that I was like, oh, that seems like significant, very cool. Hell yeah, let's do it. And that like affected the world, Anyway, I'm getting the second trailer, and we'll wait until Aiden comes back before we look at that one. It's gonna be loud. No, it's not. Oh my god, it's giving me like trailers for like Rise of Beasts for Transformers and stuff. Ugh. Hasn't that died? Isn't Transformers like not a thing that people care about anymore? Didn't Michael Bay kill that? I know Bumblebee did okay, even though, well, it didn't do okay critically, or not critically, commercially, I think. So that didn't help. But now another Transformers is coming. Kingmaker is particularly important, as is Rise of Runelords for Pathfinder. There you go, yeah. Didn't they turn Kingmaker into that game? Kingmaker? That game was neat. I liked that game. I should play it more. I started it and I was like, oh, this is neat. And then I put it down. Stuff like that, like the games themselves, they did. So there you go. The games themselves, they feel more close to what D&D is, and so I can have more of a D&D or Pathfinder, all those more close to what they are because they have those mechanics built in, right? And they feel like something that I can actually be more excited for than something like a movie, because at least I have that interaction and I can affect the story, because that's what you do in a video game, right? I think not to say that doing a D&D or Pathfinder or any TTRPG movie is like a bad idea and it wouldn't work. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is I think it just, at least for me, is more satisfying to just play something that is like that, I want to play it, but I haven't finished Pillars of Eternity yet, and I feel like I should. Pillars of Eternity 2, when I was playing that with Brogan for a little while, was pretty cool. I've never played the first one, and I think that one you can't do the turn-based. I like turn-based more than I like real-time, so real-time games kind of fuck with me, and I don't usually stick with them. It's nice that Wizards of the Coast are making a movie based on Fate. Real big of them. Nice. Good one. Yeah, I don't know. That's the other thing is like making a movie in an established setting is like a good idea. When you can tell a story that is something that couldn't be, I guess, done in a different way. Well, I guess what I was talking about specifically would be the TTRPG kind of thing, right? Because like Cyberpunk, right? Cyberpunk was that TTRPG for a while. He got its game. Then they did the show, which I still haven't watched, but I will at some point. Um, and that told a different story in the same world, but that feels like it would happen, right? D&D did have a lot of novels. That is true. It has a lot of things to set up what happened in the world and such. I don't know. Something about the setting for D&D, like Faerun and all of that, something about the setting itself is something that I just don't see personally, I guess, the coherency with, like, how Waterdeep is in the modules and how, like, the things happened before. Like, the Spell Plague was a thing. Wasn't that 4E or something? They amended that, I think, or something. But, like, you have all this lore that happened, and then I think building off of the world that's there with a D&D game feels like the logical step instead of going back and making, like, a movie. Well, no. Okay. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, making a movie based off of what happened seems fine to me. Seems like something that I would actually like to watch because it's the lore. But, like, things going forward, like this, if this is supposed to be what happened with, like, the Red Wizards and all that kind of stuff in the world, I guess, and it's not its own, like, adventure, quote unquote, that happened in current day, you know, after all the history and stuff. I don't know. It just seems different. But, like, doing something on, like, a past event seems like more what's the word? Not prudent, but I don't know. It just seems right. I'd probably prefer to see a movie based on one of those novels. Yeah, that's the thing, right? With Dragonlance, the Dragonlance novels, because Boo swears by them, at least from what he remembers. The Dragonlance novels seem interesting. That setting seems interesting. It's not Faerun, so it's not going to be what they're focusing on, because Faerun is where everything takes place. That is the mainline stuff for D&D. So, I don't know. But it would be interesting to see stuff like that, because I don't know, man. Maybe it's also the fact that D&D is, like, soured a little bit just because of what they've done with the game, like the company. Maybe that's also the case. So that's kind of putting things in a negative light. Maybe that's kind of affecting my judgment. Potentially. Is Boo coming tonight? He said he might. Or he said he was going to take a nap, and then he might be late. And we might be done before he gets in here. So, you know what? Let's take this time, since Aiden is away at the moment. We'll take this time to thank patrons and stuff. Hey. Oh, wow. Hey. Let's do it. Okay. So, that's what I should be doing. So, hi. We're a show. We do things. I promise. So, let's thank our patrons. We have a Patreon. If you want to join it, you can. This is our 4th year. A lot of these patrons have been around since the beginning. It's crazy. Thank you to all of you in general, and all of you who have been subscribed and watching the shows and everything, of course. But a big thank you to our tier 4s. That is Draco Kraken, Mog Zero, Rick, aka Unit Rico, Slazer, and Steely. Big thank you to our tier 4s there. Appreciate you all. Of course, a thank you to Drake Cross in our tier 3. Thank you. And then in our tier 2, we have Chris, Frozen Spaghetti, Star Baron Lux. You guys all are in that tier 2. Little thank you. And, of course, a thank you to our tier 1 contributor. Appreciate you all. You help get the wheels going. Hopefully in the future we got more stuff coming. You guys helped fund the dice, which you can go get. They're over on the thing. They're $25 right now. They're soon to be $15 with the drop of the silly little video that's coming. As well as I'm hoping to put the fucking thing so you can use the actual card instead of just PayPal, because that's been the case for a while, and I think that's probably something that isn't something that everybody wants to use, PayPal. Considering I just learned like not too long ago that some stuff with PayPal happened. So it's where all of our money is, so you know. Anyway, so there's that. And of course you can go over to TeePublic, get a shirt or something with our logo on it. I have the mugs. I have a mug, and I have a sweatshirt, and I have a poster, and I think they're all pretty good. So you can go over there. A percentage of it will go to the artist who created the logo as well. And of course, last but not least, you can go over to Humble Bundle and use our link in the description. And you can use that to go and buy whatever you want on the store, and it supports us as well as Tabletop Alliance charity, also in the description. So yeah, go do that. I right now would recommend the RPG Worlds by Kobold Press and Friends. Go give them some support. It's pretty cool. 52 fucking items for $25. Go. Very good bundle. Do it. Bunch of stuff for you. So yeah, that's all the supporting kind of stuff. So thank you to everybody if you decide to do any of that. And if you don't, hey, thank you anyway for hanging out. Okay. Even Drizzt is in Faerun, so they could make a movie of that group. That's true. I don't know why they didn't, you know? You would think that they would go for the main cells of, like, established characters. Because everybody liked Drizzt. Even though he's a... From what I gather, he's very much a Gary Stew. From what I gather. But, that's okay. Whatever. I could be wrong on that. That's just what I've heard. But yeah, you'd think they would go for, like, established characters and not randos. But at the same time, I guess it makes sense that they would do, like, a rando group, because that's kind of how D&D games go, I guess. So, you know. Just to try to appeal to that kind of idea. Which, sure. You know what, as well? Since we're still waiting, I will also read some comments. Oh my god. I don't know if Drizzt is a Gary Stew, but a lot of PCs are based on him are. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I might as well read some comments while we're here, because we've got to catch up on a couple weeks. There's not a lot of them to catch up on, so it's fine. So let's get this up. There we go. So you get your comments early. Ooh. This is from NJ on our episode 41, way long ago, talking about Pathfinder 2e with Basics for Gamers / now it's, I think it's How to Play now is the channel. I haven't had him on for a long time. Haven't had a lot of people on for a long time. Feel bad. But to be fair, we do this on a day and a time that a lot of people aren't really available. So anyway, fair warning, some of my most recent comments are a bit out of date. That's fine. I know it's already passed, but I now want a company in Cyberpunk that sells vampire vaccines that don't work, like it's a scam. Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah. Anyway, NJ says, I really don't like conditions in general. It's a method of reducing page/word counts, but using them requires too much memorization/lookup of rules. They honestly need to be written, at least in short form, beside that content. In 5e, conditions are too numerous and nuanced to forget, and it barely has anything happen. An ideal RPG rule set is one that you can play pretty much without opening a book or using more than 2 sheets of paper 98% of the time, in my opinion. And I'm a player of 15 years, and I've had campaigns that met for years every week for 3.5, Pathfinder 1, 4e, and 5e. I've yet to play Pathfinder 2, so I'm not clear on how they implemented this in the text. I played Starfinder, and it was definitely not great. So far, it just seems that you have an issue with conditions in general, which that's fine. I don't agree with you. I think that, first off, I don't think that the conditions in 5e are too numerous. I think there are 13 of them, and it's not that bad. But that's just me. 2e has a lot, so that one I can understand. And I think that having at least the condition tag there is good, but I think we've talked about it before, I think the formatting of the book needs to be in a way that makes it so it works better for conditions. For a lot of things, but just where they have them so that you can kind of memorize them better. But maybe having a little section that's like, is fine. Like, this is what it does in the short form. Could be fine. I don't think comparing to League of Legends really works unless you really want to have that crunchy, video gamey feel. I think that these kinds of things have a tendency to get too far into the wargame aspect at the detriment of the narrative/role-playing aspect. It's not that they exist. It comes back to the bad design aspect. Does anyone actually enjoy having 80 tables in front of them to run a game? Odds are, you are also reminding the players what the effect is, since they aren't going to carry that info on them. So, first off, again, does anyone actually enjoy having 80 tables in front of them to run a game? I would imagine somebody does, but we don't need 80 tables. That's hyperbole, obviously. But remember the what a GM screen that you can get, / you can just print off a couple of things to look at. Sure, if that's too much for you, that's fine. But at the same time, I don't think it's so much that it's that bad. But then again, that is personal opinion there. So here's the thing about reminding the players what the effects are. If it happens to them, then you have to tell them what happens. And if they don't retain that information, like if they get paralyzed and they don't retain what that means in the moment because they are paralyzed, then you, like, let me start this again. If your player gets paralyzed and they don't know what that means, and you tell them what that means, and it only matters for this encounter, that's fine if they don't have the information in their brain forever. The next time they get paralyzed, you just remind them again. Not a big deal. If they're trying to do stuff when they're paralyzed, you can just tell them they're paralyzed. Alternatively, even, if you tell them that something does like a -2 to them because of the condition, they can just write that down on their sheet to erase later. So that's why we have the pencils, usually. They use pens, they're crazy. But I think just putting down like a small note of what happened is fine. Also, something that you could do for the effect. Again, that's just my look on it. If you don't want to do that, then you don't want to do that. But I think we need to have some sort of way to account for these kinds of conditions, and if that means there's going to be a lot of them, I'm sorry, but I think that is fine. We just need to, find a way that works for us, each individually, to account for that. Whether that be looking at the book or printing off some paper or getting one of the GM screens that literally tells you these things that you can just have up in front of you. Whatever works. And if you just don't want to engage with it at all, that's also fine. Just don't. Okay. First last on session 53 of Devils and Dice says, I love you guys. So happy that Brogan said about that campaign. Thank you. Hope you continue to enjoy it. Timothy Martin says on episode 135, the last one, hello, bros. Well, shit happens. And just want to say thank you to Alejo, Aiden, and Boo for not being Garibay. I know I don't need to say thanks, but after seeing these videos, I felt it needed to be said. No world building today. I did some in my last comment, yet to be seen due to brain cell loss and sleep deprivation. Bad videos aside, I had a great time with the table as always. More backstory on the way for next time, hopefully. I did good with the magic history. Have a nice day. Thank you. I did miss these, didn't I? I'm sorry. Okay. Yes. Sorry. Okay, let's go back and read these. Timothy, you said on 134. Oh, goodness. Really? We didn't read these? Shit. We read these ones. With the ending the year one, I believe. So, anyway. Hello, bros. It's the night of the living straw man. Run fast, run far. Meanwhile, more world building. Who has magic and why? Anyone can be trained to do magic, but a mage / wizard / sorcerer / cleric has to pass a long and ball-busting test in order to be certified by the International Magic Office, or IMO for short. Once a person has passed this test, they gain the ability and the honor to change their last name of themselves and their family line from that moment forward. The name will always be something connected to nature, plants, minerals, etc. This, as you may expect, brings great fame, but keep in mind, this only applies to the person and the next generations spawning from them, but any of their brothers and sisters and the older generations of that line don't get the name change unless they pass the test as well. Oh, interesting. If a sibling passes the test after another sibling, then they get their own last name and the tree branches off. Sons and daughters must pass the test in order to complete their training and get a good job in the magic field. Note our boy Leroy never passed the test. That's one of the reasons he never got along with his family. The best jobs a magic user can get are a hero, saving people, etc., or getting a chair at the IMO. They only get those once certified if one reaches high levels of magic without passing the test. Without passing the test, they are looked at as a potential outlaw until further notice. Anyone of any age can start the test, and of any species can as well, if they feel like it, of course. The House Alabaster is a relative new magic line, 4 generations deep, all of whom are still alive, and, well, most of them hold jobs at the IMO, with Leroy's brother being a well-known hero, and Leroy's sister becoming a queen after falling in love with a prince. Well, that's all I got right now. Have a nice day. Cool. Thank you for that. That's interesting. Lux. This was back on 134 as well. I assume these are the ones that might be slightly out of date, because they are from weeks ago. So, oh goodness, here we go. Excuse me. My throat. Looks like this comment is going to have to be split in two. Unfortunately, I've not had the time to write a reaction to the main content of this episode. I was originally going to continue my legal research and theorizing about OGL 1.1 from last week, but that issue blew up much faster than I expected it to, thanks to that document being leaked, and the discussion is now way ahead of everything I was originally going to say. There are videos that analyze this in much more depth than I can here, by people with much more knowledge than I can claim. Some of those videos have been linked in the Discord already. Hello, JR Sonic, welcome back. That said, I still have some points I want to make here, for the sake of public discourse, and for anyone who hasn't been following this closely. I've been led to believe that Wizards of the Coast is already working to revise the version of OGL, however this leaked version is apparently what they had planned to impose, and that is why I will still be discussing it. I will begin with the statement that I am not a lawyer, and nothing I say here is legal advice. All of this is my opinion, based on my own understanding and reasoning, and I could be wrong. However, I state the opinions that I am inclined to believe. So moving on. Most importantly, I still see people on YouTube claiming that 1.0 can be revoked because the word irrevocable was not included in it, and because perpetual does not mean irrevocable. Admittingly, including that term would have sealed the deal, but not having it doesn't immediately mean that a court of law wouldn't interpret it as irrevocable. Yeah, perpetual means that.
I return.
Hello, I'm just reading comments.
That's fine. So I wanted to ignore the fact that I was hungry so that I could do the podcast because I got home and got groceries away and it was like, oh, it's 6:10. And I've quickly realized that I cannot ignore how hungry I am. So I'm making food and I need to like dice up a shallot and a clove of garlic. So I'm going to mute myself, but I am here.
Okay. Let's see. Doesn't immediately mean the court of law. As I stated in Discord, and will repeat here, agreements are formed on a basis of mutual understanding. Because Wizards of the Coast represented the OGL 1.0 as irrevocable, see the FAQ I linked, can't Wizards of the Coast change the license in a way that I wouldn't like, and allowed Ryan Dancy, author of OGL 1.0, to make multiple statements in the years since indicating that OGL 1.0 is irrevocable, not publicly challenging that representation in all that time, and because numerous third-party creators have made their careers dependent on the OGL, indicating an expectation that the OGL can be relied upon, it is readily apparent that OGL 1.0 has been mutually understood to be irrevocable. If Wizards of the Coast did not intend for it to be irrevocable, then they have falsely represented their intentions, and a court of law would be likely to hold them to their word. And therefore, while I cannot say with certainty that it would be interpreted as irrevocable, I find that the weight of evidence favors that interpretation. People should stop conceding that ground to Wizards of the Coast. Excuse me. Are we doing more videos tonight, or are we done? We might do this second trailer, and then we'll be done. Because I'm already dying, and I'm already sick, so, like, you'll forgive me if I want to have a little bit of a shorter one. I hope, please. Anyway, I want to at least read the comments out. So, we're gonna at least do that. The purpose of civil court is to protect people's rights under the law and to provide redress of harm brought about by one party's malicious behavior. The court system is not intended to enable a bad actor's attempt to exploit the law for their own benefit. That intent is not always reflected, by the outcome, but it does, at least theoretically, guide the decisions that are made. The other issue I will bring up here is the common perception that Wizards of the Coast has the power to dictate terms until a court rules against them. This is not true. It is still reasonable to believe that OGL 1.0 is irrevocable until a court decides otherwise. If you continue to operate under that assumption, there is a risk that Wizards of the Coast will bring legal action against you, but that risk is only known because OGL 1.1 constitutes a threat of that action. The truth is that, even without that document, a massive corporation could bury you under a lawsuit at any time for any reason, whether legitimate or not. It is up to you to decide which risks you are willing to take. Excuse me. What are we reading? This is comment. Lux made a comment. This is old comments that we just did not get to before because of tiredness or not having time. Mostly tiredness and exhaustion from videos. So, no problem, just used to comments being at the end. That's fair, yes. Here is the situation. If you do not comply with OGL 1.1, there is a risk that Wizards of the Coast could force you out of business at any time. It's more likely that they would order you to cease and desist before they brought an actual lawsuit against you. They might offer you the opportunity to bring yourself into compliance with 1.1 at that point. However, if you do comply with OGL 1.1, you grant Wizards of the Coast the explicit right to force you out of business at any time for any reason. There is, in fact, no clear advantage to complying with with OGL 1.1 as it is currently written. If you are large enough to attract Wizards of the Coast's immediate attention, you are probably large enough to pay a lawyer. If you agree to their terms, you give up any possible means of protecting yourself from them. As proof of this statement, I cite Article 8, Section A of the non-commercial and Article 10, Section A of the commercial version of OGL 1.1. I will grant that the safest option is to stop producing content requiring the OGL altogether. However, there are creators who are too far along in their projects with too many resources invested and too much to lose to make that change at this point. And for many of those creators, the terms of this version will be unacceptable. This only leaves legal action as their recourse. Finally, oh my god, you put so much in this comment. Finally, here are a few miscellaneous points that have been noted about the OGL 1.1. Be sure to pay attention to the capitalization of article/section designations so you don't end up looking at the wrong part of the license agreement when checking my references, as there are a few places where such confusion is possible. Some of these issues have been discussed elsewhere, but this is a point-by-point explanation of how they arise from the language of the document. This is not an exhaustive list of every hazard this document creates. I already mentioned this, but Article... is that 8? I think that's 8. Hold on. 8. No, 7. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Article 7... Section A, non-commercial. Article 10, Section A, commercial, allows Wizards of the Coast to terminate the license at their discretion with only 30 days' notice. Furthermore, Article 8, Section B, or is that 7? No, that's 8. B, L-A? Oh my goodness, my eyes are dying. BIA, non-commercial. Article 10, Section A, commercial, explicitly states that you waive Wizards of the Coast duty to good faith and fair dealing, exact words, to any extent necessary and allow by law, in other words, to the extent that they need and can get away with. Article 10, Section A and B, non-commercial. Article 7, Section A and B, commercial, grants Wizards of the Coast the explicit right to copy and sell anything you create under this license. Article 8, Section CI, non-commercial. Article 10, Section CI, commercial, requires you to cease all sale and distribution of your licensed works upon the termination of your license. Article 8, Section CII, non-commercial. Article 10, Section CII, commercial, states that the provisions of Article 10, among other things, survives the termination of your license. Altogether, what this means is that Wizards of the Coast has the right to terminate your license for any reason and force you to stop distributing what you made, while they are still allowed to copy and read and distribute it themselves. This is the locate city bomb of license agreements. Nice. Oh, my brain. Okay, there are many things here. I'm huh?
So I've been listening to this comment with great interest,
Yes.
and I just want to take this as an opportunity to potentially teach to the audience one of the most important lessons that was taught to me by one of my chemistry professors while I was still in school. And it's that a lot of places have as like part of like the paperwork that you sign when you're being onboarded that they own any intellectual property you develop while you are working there.
Yeah.
If it's like even vaguely related to what you're working on. And that what you instead want to do is take your idea, write it on a notebook, and hide that notebook for like 5 years
Yeah.
after you leave. And then all of a sudden, oh, I had this miraculous idea.
Yeah.
Because fuck a company digging its claws in on something that you make.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. More. Article 9, Sections A and B, non-commercial. Article 11, Sections A and B, commercial, is an extremely dangerous provision for the licensee. Section A of each version states that if Wizards of the Coast is sued because of your licensed works, you will be on the hook for their bills. A way this could happen is if you make an agreement with a third party giving them the rights to something you created, and Wizards of the Coast then decides to release a product substantially similar to that thing, as discussed above. Section B states that if a claim is raised against you in connection with a licensed work, and Wizards of the Coast doesn't think you're defending your claim as vigorously as they would like, Wizards of the Coast can take over your defense and stick you with the bill. Wizards of the Coast is a billion-dollar company. This provision could get you stuck with the legal bills of a billion-dollar company. This article is another one that Article 8, Section CII, non-commercial, Article 10, Section CII, commercial, designates as surviving the termination of your contract, meaning that you can never get away from this risk once you've accepted this agreement. How long even is this? This is a Lux comment, so it's a while. That notebook idea is awesome, Aiden. There you go. Article 13, Section B, non-commercial. Article 15, Section B, commercial, terminates any previous agreement you have formed with Wizards of the Coast, such as OGL 1.0a, upon accepting this agreement, because you are required to cease all sales and distribution of your licensed works upon termination of this agreement. It is likely that you cannot return to an earlier version of the OGL after accepting this version. Article 13, Section C, non-commercial. Article 15, Section C, commercial, gives Wizards of the Coast the right to amend the agreement at their discretion, and your only options are to accept the new terms or terminate the license. Even if you consider the current form of this agreement acceptable, Wizards of the Coast can alter the deal after you have accepted it, and you can only pray that they do not alter it further. Nice reference. Very good.
I was gonna say it if I didn't hear it.
Mm-hmm. Article 13, Section F, non-commercial. Article 15, Section F, commercial, means that if anything in this agreement is found unenforceable, the rest of the agreement remains in effect. This means that even if courts decide that OGL 1.0a is irrevocable, Wizards of the Coast can still claim that anyone who has accepted OGL 1.1 is bound to it. This, again, works to make it less likely that you can return to an earlier version of the OGL after accepting this one. Finally, Article 13, Section L? Or 1? I, maybe. The letter that rhymes with I, uppercase. Thank you. That's helpful. The Section I, non-commercial. Thank you. Article 15, Section I, same letter, commercial, functions as an affirmation that you understand the agreement, whether you actually do understand the agreement or not. In other words, if you accept it and realize later that you don't like what you have agreed to, you're out of luck. This would be reasonable if adequate time had been given for people to consider whether they wanted to sign this agreement or not. But it was apparently Wizards of the Coast's plan to release this document to the public very close to the time that it would go into effect, which suggests an intent to pressure third-party creators into accepting the agreement quickly. In the short term, the TTRPG community needs to make it clear to Wizards of the Coast that the terms of this document are unacceptable. In the long term, creators need to move away from their dependence on the OGL, as Wizards of the Coast has proven they are not trustworthy stewards of that document. Hopefully, the next few years will see a rise in the creation of creation and popularity of alternative RPGs that are not based on the OGL. That is the direction that should be encouraged. Popularity does not make a monopoly, but anti-competitive practices do. Thankfully, we didn't need years for this. A couple of errors to correct. One, I thought Ryan Dancy was the author of the original OGL when I wrote the previous comments. He was one of the people in charge of creating it, but he wasn't the person who actually did the writing. Oh. Civil courts, too. Civil courts deals with both malice and negligence. What I really meant in my original comment was bad actors, who could be either malicious or negligent. But those terms have a distinct legal meaning. Malice is when a harmful act was intended, and negligence is when someone fails to take reasonable precautions to prevent harm to others. That's true. A lot has happened since these posts were written, but I'll save any further commentary for the next episode. Thank you. So that was back then.
Lux, are you a lawyer person?
No, in fact, Lux definitely said, not a lawyer. Nothing I say here is legal advice.
Oh.
Just very much
very
a
well read
researcher. Yeah. So good job. Thank you for that. All right, going back up to 10 days ago. Unit Rico said on the horrible painting stream that had horrible bit rate. Watching the rest of the VOD, and I really need to paint some more minis so I can continue fueling my fledgling plastic crack addiction. That and make more beef stew. I completely forgot to make some this winter so far. Ooh, beef stew good. And also plastic crack good. So yes, do both. And then finally, I believe this, yeah, finally 7 days ago on 135, on that horrible fucking Garibay fucking There are occasionally some subjects that require more care and attention than just ranting in your car and making reality up as you go along. And that's all I'm going to say about the Garibay content. That is also all I have for a comment this time because I'm dead. I died. Too much Wizards of the Coast nonsense killed me, and I'm a spirit now. All further communication will be handled through possession. Thank you, Lux. I understand. Fucking dying. Not a lawyer, but I saw Boo play Phoenix Wright. Hell yeah. I have also played Phoenix Wright a few times, and I am also not a lawyer. It's good times. Those minis were cool, Alejo. Thank you. I'm working right now on the rest of that Doomsday arc, so I'm excited for that to be done. It's taking me a while because I need to get in the mood to finish it. And, like, I could finish it all in, like, a couple hours, but my brain go, but what if we don't? And I go, okay. So yeah, that's all those comments that we have missed so far. Believe I've read every single one. Yes, because we read the ending the year stuff on 134, I think. So that's all the comments. Thank you for listening to those, because it's important. I believe it's important. So, Aiden, are you still making your things? He's gone. Oh my god. He's gone. What am I gonna do? Ooh. Oh, haha. My head just started spinning. Woo! Vertigo! Okay. I'm sick. And I just ran out of water. Damn it. Alright. Well, once Aiden gets back, we can, Me too? Damn, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry. I hope you get better soon. Once Aiden gets back, we'll start the second trailer, which is, this one's only from 8 days ago, which is exciting. Wowee. I hope we get something. I don't know. I don't really know this is why I don't watch trailers, really. Because, like, it just, I don't know, man. Unless they're playing before a movie, I don't care. And even then, I don't really care. Because, like, just tell me something that's coming out. And if I care enough about it, I'll go and see it. And if I don't, then a trailer usually doesn't get me to want to go and watch it, you know? Is this movie a summer thing? No, this one's coming out at the end of March. Is that summer? That's not summer. That's spring. I think. Right? Pretty sure. I think so. I don't know my seasons anymore. No, it's spring. Yeah, that'll be spring. Spring start. Yeah, spring starts in March. Okay, March 20th. Yeah, this is the end of March, so we'll be just in spring, basically, when this comes out. And I think this is releasing to Paramount Plus. Is it going to theaters and Paramount Plus, actually? Thieves. Theater release? How do you find out if something is actually... Oh, here we go. Wow, it is going to theaters. Huh. I thought it was going to be just a streaming thing. Okay. You know, the other thing that makes me, like, my brain go, is Honor Among Thieves is the subtitle for, for Sly Cooper. Sly 3, in fact. I like that game. That game's good. I miss Sly Cooper, the franchise. The IP, if you will. What the fuck is the Dwarvenaut? What? Huh? 2016. Look up SpongeBob Cosmic Shake to fill the time if you want. Sure. Oh, Dwarvenaut is something about D&D as well. Okay. Weird. It's on Tubi? Oh my god. Wow. Sponge Bob Cosmic Shake. Oh, it's the second thing coming up. What is this? $2023 platform game. Platform game? Oh, it's on Steam. Okay. Oh, is it just like a platformer? Oh yeah, it is. It looks like Rehydrated, but not a remake. Ah, he's a ghost. Okay. Wild Wish Worlds.
What?
Hi, welcome back. Do you want to watch a trailer now?
Yes, I have finished making my food.
Okay. Let's watch this trailer. This one came out 8 days ago. Are you excited?
Oh boy.
Yeah. Coming soon to a game store near. Oh. Witness D&D like you never have. Now with more money and less accuracy, Wizards presents Honor Among Thieves. Nice. There you go. Alright, here we go. Okay. I feel like, again, this whole, like, showing stills in the beginning just to get you hyped about a thing, but, like, they have nothing, or they're going to just be in the thing anyway, so,
On your knees.
Okay, chop it off.
Chop it off. Let's do it.
Oh.
Oh, we got him now.
Okay.
Quip.
So, yeah, well, so that's the character. He's the bard, so he does the funny thing, where he doesn't fight. But he points out what's going on. Okay, sure. Why not? Why not, I guess. Gotta have the funny guy, right? Gotta have the funny guy. Also, these guards suck.
Thinking they're probably sharper stairs somewhere else.
Oh, another quip.
We're thieves, but we help the wrong person steal the wrong thing and unleash the greatest evil the world has ever known. The Red wizards created an army of the undead.
Okay, there you go. Red Wizards created an army of undead. So either the all of the things that we've been seeing them fight in before are just red wizards but in armor, which I assume that's not the case, or they are now just undead like ghouls or
like a Death Knight.
Yeah, something like that. What's the fuck? What's the specific thing that's like more intelligent but is more wispy as an undead? Whites?
Maybe it's maybe a gas.
Hold on. Hold up. Yeah, whites. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Of. Yep. So potentially could just be whites, which.
Yeah. Ghasts are ghoul adjacent.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds lovely.
Quite the opposite.
I know, I was being ironic.
I find irony is a blade that cuts he who wields it most especially.
No. That's gonna be the dynamic. We're gonna have the paladin who takes everything seriously.
Paladin Drax.
It is. Oh no! If it's just like Guardians of the Galaxy but D&D, I'll be upset because Guardians of the Galaxy is good on its own.
I, for one, am absolutely thrilled that they make the paladin a joyless funsucker.
Right, exactly. But like, we already have, like, that's the problem. We already have that kind of dynamic going on in that, and that's, again, already the comparison is there, right? Because fucking Guardians was criminals turned into heroes. But I liked those characters. They're fine. But like
I posit that we reflavored them.
Okay.
Instead of Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves.
Yes.
Maybe make it Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Guardians.
That's right.
Oh shit. Oh, is that the next movie?
God. We're thieves, but we made bad decisions, unlike other thieves. Yeah.
Like,
we're not like other thieves.
I mean,
that's fine.
Fairness, yeah. Like, harkening back to season 1 of Game of Thrones, what's the difference between a good smuggler and a bad smuggler? It's like you've never heard of a good smuggler.
Yeah, it's true. If Leroy was in this movie, he would be standing to the side saying, "Yeah, guys, you're doing great. Started to see if the bodies have cool shit." I mean, yeah, that's the thing. That's a character that you can be. And it's not like it's not something unwarranted. It's just something that I've seen in every fucking thing now. It's just the larger context, I guess. But for the movie itself, maybe he's not, like, insufferable, hopefully.
You're not a lot of fun, are you?
Oh, hey, sorry, when you lampshade, it's not good. I'm just gonna let you know. He's fucking, okay, great.
How are we gonna pull this off?
We're gonna need a team.
You need cool air.
Follow me to the orifice.
Back to school air.
The orifice?
I'll go last.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's a joke. That's a joke. So
2.3 laughs per minute.
I really hope that it's more spread out, you know, because obviously this is a trailer.
I hit the laugh buzzer. Why isn't the audience laughing?
Yeah. They also gave it room to breathe, right? Which I don't know if that's going to be the case in the actual movie, but when you literally see them give you pause to like have the audience laugh, it's distracting. So,
How much
Those aren't those are so we were talking about before the explosions. So she's creating them. Those are magical.
Is she?
I think so. Cuz like
Oh,
see?
yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
creating them. So that's not an alchemical thing.
Yeah, and you see at that fireball at like the left of her,
Yeah.
that clearly has like a core to it.
Yeah. So, which is like that's whatever. You're creating a fireball, sure. So maybe no, this is Meteor Storm. That's what it is.
Yeah.
This is Meteor Storm, which,
Yeah.
by the way, would fucking kill. But anyway, whatever. It's a very low level Meteor Storm. Not that it's 9th level. Don't worry about it.
He missed.
Oh, that's not good.
Intriguing.
Huh.
Gargoyle dragon.
Animate object, I guess. Sure. Okay. Convenient.
Aren't you sick of failing? We could die.
There's worse things than dying.
Quip. I'm expecting another quip.
No, you're not getting one. We're just getting
God damn.
scenes of things. And again,
The laugh per minute quota is
yeah, that's
dropping.
it's again, I really hope in the movie itself it's not that way, because like the trailer is, the trailer, which makes it just kind of insufferable as a trailer. Which is why I don't watch trailers usually. But,
I lost everything that ever mattered to me. And if we
Of course
quit
you did.
now, that's for nothing.
I don't want to see you die, which is why I'm going to leave the room.
oh, there's a quip.
There's
There it
the
is.
quip.
There it is. Yeah.
Hmm.
Don't worry. He's not just evil. He's also funny evil. Hee hee.
There's the Big B's hand, but meat.
Yeah. Oh, no, that was the Big B's hand.
Yeah, countered by an actual Big B's hand.
Yeah. So,
I don't like that.
what was it?
Hold on. Right there. Okay. So you see the owl bear,
I do.
and maybe this is just a nitpick,
Okay.
but maybe owl bears can rotate their eyes a bit, but if they're based off of owls,
Mm-hmm.
owls don't have muscles to move their eyes. That's why they move their whole head.
That's true. But
And that owl is clearly looking to the right.
yes, it's true. What I would say is maybe they do have them because they're owl bears.
Yeah.
Which I'll give them the magic thing, but if you're gonna count it as a natural beast thing, then I don't understand how this happened. In general. So,
Also, well, actually thinking about it though, an owlbear would have to be able to rotate its eyes because, like,
yeah, it doesn't have the ability to.
it can't turn its head 360.
I mean,
turning its head 360 degrees is only going to keep giving it another frontal view.
yeah, unless it were to
Which-
stand up, right?
Yeah.
So, dude, it does. I don't know. It's.
I will say it's something I will give a pass to, but it bodes poorly.
Yes. I mean, you can have comedy D&D game, but I'm not sure if it would be like Marvel plus Leroy's jokes only makes himself smile. Oh, so this is the thing, right? I guess the broader commentary is this feels like a Marvel movie, which is a meta thing, right? That's what it is that we're talking about. The D&D game itself, yeah, you could also have that, but that's also kind of a meta thing, right? For the movie itself, if everybody's quipping all the time, it depends on the situations where it's appropriate, right? Because I don't know about you, but in life or death situations, quips don't usually fucking happen. Unless they're trying to relieve the tension of someone else. right? Or something. Like, it really has to be a specific thing, and it has to work with the character. Because if the character were to quip in that moment, it really just, it cements something about them. And if the bad guy is quipping now too, well then I guess he's not as serious, which is fine. It all depends on what we see for the characterization. It really does. And the trailer is not going to give us all of that. It just gives us the groaners. You know?
Yeah.
So don't judge it too harshly on that. This is literally just to drum up your interest. But if the movie itself, it's like Quip Fest, then it's like, okay, well, what are we going to do? You could wash it down with the Warcraft trailer. Nah, I'm okay. I'd rather just watch the movie. I don't care about... I saw the trailers when they came out. Believe me, I did. Meta jokes are everywhere, damn. No, so they're not making meta jokes. We're just making meta commentary, really. Oh, it twisted its head. It twisted its head slightly. You saw that?
It did.
Oh my god.
That's the hand of Vecna.
Yeah, I think so.
Or perhaps Finger of Death.
Oh yeah, it could be that too. Yeah. There's Fat Dragon. Yay. I like him.
Fat Dragon gonna vor someone.
Sure.
The bridge is protected by an ancient trap. We must not trigger the mechanism.
Oh god.
I may have triggered the mechanism. So, sorry.
Please laugh.
You know, this harkens back to the first Lord of the Rings movie when Pippin drops the dwarf corpse down the well.
Okay.
Insofar as it makes a minor misstep and then accidentally, like, majorly fucks up.
But he wasn't aware, I guess.
But
yeah, there's a lot of differences in the site.
When Pippin did that scene,
Yes.
the glaring difference I'm noticing is that it was good.
Yes. Yes. He was appropriately chastised, and the seriousness of the situation.
All of the characters all reacted to that, like, in time. Like, Gandalf doesn't wait for 5 seconds holding up a please clap buzzer before saying fool of a toque.
Yeah. It's like they stop because they're waiting for noise to signal that has been heard, and then once they're pretty sure, after a good amount of time has passed for them to be pretty sure, they're like, he's like, fucking what the fuck are you doing? Which is appropriate. It's not plus the situation, the tone in that is completely different, right? Because
it feels like an adventure.
Yeah. It's almost like the Lord of the Rings movies are like already a D&D adventure that you can watch that isn't D&D, that you could really like grab a lot of inspiration from and be anyway. Just being a brat. No, you're good. I understand the Warcraft thing. I will watch the movie at some point. I do want to watch it. Like, legitimately, I do. Just to see, really, because I never watched it when it came out, even though I was super into Warcraft when it came out. So, or World of Warcraft specifically. But anyway, 4 hours of owl bears on horses and one-liners. Woohoo! Yeah.
Woo-hoo!
I mean, to be fair, it could not be. And also, I hope it's not 4 hours. What the fuck? They wouldn't do that. That's like not marketable these days. You don't do that. They want to show as many showings as possible. You don't put a 4-hour movie in there. That'll be the director's cut.
James Cameron's Avatar 2 would like to have a word with you.
And it's fucking shit, okay? According to so many people that I have a little bit of trust in their opinions of. And it's also, but it is a commercial success because Avatar. Remember the Navi? Remember Unobtainium?
I never even saw the first one.
I did.
I'm sorry.
I remember. You should be. Thank you. I remember so much of that movie that no one else remembers because everyone forgot about that movie after they watched it because it's nothing. It's really nothing. But I remember so much. Jake Sully. Fucking.
How long ago did it come out?
I don't know. Let me find out. Avatar release. Because I saw it around when it came out. No, that's Way of Water. No. Avatar 1. 2009. I just want to die. No, that did not come out in 2009. Please. December 18th, 2009? Please, my brain cannot remember that and yet not remember what I had for breakfast weeks ago. Stop. Honor among product placement. Nice. It does blow my mind that Avatar got a sequel. Like, it's been so long. Oh, dude, and it's gonna get a third. He already has it made. It's gonna be released next year. The Fire one, or whatever the fuck. You have Avatar, then Way of Water, then something Fire, I think. He really, for some reason, cares about this series. Anyway. That was the trailer. I hope you all enjoyed them as much as we did. Because we definitely enjoyed them, right?
I clapped when they said the one-liner.
Oh! Good. I clapped when I saw the things that I recognized. I clapped. Yeah, I don't know. Again, there's nothing... Like, the Barris stuff is there for you to get interested, to know what the story is going to be. They're probably going to win in the end because of the power of friendship. Or something. You know. It's whatever. So, yeah, I think that's where we'll end it off for today, everybody. Hopefully we don't get too claimed on this because they played music that is copywritten in their trailer, and that sucks. But hey.
Hey, really quick.
Yeah.
In that first trailer.
Okay.
Did the owlbear roar like a lion?
I didn't. So my volume was down a bit, so I didn't really pay attention. But please, do let me know. Did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Sure.
Cause I don't remember it hooting.
No, it should have at least screeched. You know? Do a little scree. Do a little you know?
God, every time I forget how loud it is.
It is so loud. It is too loud. It is exceptionally loud. Thanks for the show, guys. Get well soon, Alejo. Thank you. Praise Gygax. That's right. Yep.
Muting the call so I can listen to the...
Yeah. Took a while to get Incredibles 2, I guess. Yeah, but Incredibles 2 was also something that, like, wasn't well received, wasn't it?
Ooh, it's a lion roar.
Of course it's a lion roar. Why would it not be a lion roar?
It is. I'll send you a timestamp part so that you can listen to it.
Oh, it's gonna be so loud. Okay.
Well, you don't have to click play on it immediately. You can adjust the volume first.
I know. Send me that timestamp.
Yeah. It's scroll down to grade on. Hello. There you go, friendo.
Oh, thanks. You just open this up real quick. Let me just quickly find the... Ah, it's so loud!
Why did you hit play?
I didn't. I clicked to open it.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. Here we go. Sorry? You... No.
You know, owls
Wait a
and
minute.
bears,
Wait a minute.
well known for their roaring capabilities. Like, in fairness,
It kind of
well,
sounds
actually,
like a
no,
bear.
it's a kind of a bear.
It kind of
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
like a bear. Let's... Come on. Yeah.
Let me listen.
As resident bearman...
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
It
yeah.
sounds more like a bear. It's
All right.
fine. It's fine.
I don't know. I just have the headcanon that owl bears just hoot very loudly, and like everyone
I don't think that.
everyone in the world when they hear the hooting is like, oh.
I hear like screech, honestly, more so in my brain, but to each their own in that respect. Okay, everybody.
Maybe it's just fun to make a sound while like holding my wrists up to my shoulders and flapping.
Fair, yeah, absolutely fair. Lions or owl bears? No, that is a bear. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, no, it is a bear.
It's a bear. Still no Half-Life 3. That's true. Time will never give us that. Don't worry about that though. Okay. So one last thing to say. Thank you to our patrons. That is, of course, Draco Kraken, Mog Zero, Rick, aka Unit Rico, Slazer, Steely, Drake Cross, Chris, Frozen Spaghetti, Starbear and Lux, and of course our tier 1 contributor. Appreciate you all. And of course, thank you to every single one of you who tuned in, who looked at this video in the aftermath, all that kind of stuff. Hey, are you new? Wow, it's year 4 and you're new to this. Well, why don't I tell you, you can go look at our other stuff. It's all on our channel. And also subscribe and potentially even hit that little like button and leave a comment. All those things, because that's what you're supposed to do, I guess. But if you don't, well, I'm not your dad. So what am I going to do about it? Anyway,
You're not my father or my boss.
I am not your father or your boss. So, thank you again, everybody, for hanging out, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Go on.
Have a good evening.
Do a mosey.
Leave through the gift shop.
Yeah.
No, not you. Don't walk backward through the entrance. Leave through the gift shop.
Make sure to go get your patented D&D apparel that is all out there. You know,
we should have merch that says like 2.3 laughs per minute.
we should have something like that. Yeah.